I'm already letting you know, Trina. I'm not even blaming my dad.
To understand and know about body contour.
You can that's how it was.
Because a pound could...
I felt that it was over. Now think about the anxiety they get when they're driving to
Something that I've done for my life were trauma responses for getting a fan and there's no heart.
What are you doing? My grandmother loved us because
I have them moments with my son, then to take probably and not community.
It wasn't cool to be African. You know what I mean? It was tough already, so it was just...
Welcome to Honestly Speaking. I'm your host, Honestly Trina, and today I feel extremely privileged. I have a pioneer of UK rap, an entrepreneur, the creator of the UK flow, and I feel like I can call him my friend. Welcome, Mike GLC. Family. Welcome to Honestly Speaking.
We're here, finally got here.
It's been about a year, innit? About a year talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. But it was always on.
Yeah.
It was always on.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for turning up. It means a lot. Like, you're a legend, you know.
Yeah.
So we have to give you a little bit of flowers.
That's what it's
A little bit of flowers, not these ones, but virtual flowers. Give you some virtual flowers. So how are you doing?
Good, just working. I've just got my head down, just trying to get, as you know, I do the stuff with art and the books and stuff. So yeah, just been trying to get my head around, get all that done really.
Yeah.
But yeah, just working.
I love that. I love your art. It's interesting how your creativity spans various formats. So not only you've got away with words, you're able to create art, like real art.
It was actually my first love. I think a talent. Do me a favour, pass that hat for me, please. Throw me that. Throw it to me.
Is it breezy?
I'm gonna sweat.
Okay.
That was a bad throw, but it's alright. But I think that talent's a reflection of a character. I'm a strong believer that we don't necessarily have one talent. If you have a character that's willing to learn, observe, take on, then you can kind of do what you want.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So with the art, because saying with its music, art, film, writing, design.
Yeah.
Same thing really.
Which one's your first passion?
Art.
Art.
And I'd say because it saved my life.
Yeah. Can we get into that? Because we've spoke about it before.
I mean, it's something I've had, as you know, obviously you heard the raps, you know the story, I was in care from 6 and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So when I was always growing up in the kind of turbulent upbringing we had, art was an escapism, especially that period of time. So when I ended up in care when I was 6. And I had an art teacher called Dave Turner. And Dave Turner turned out to be, he was actually a famous artist. And there was another guy that was in the school called Jerry Blood. And Jerry Blood was actually a famous oil painter. He painted, have you ever seen the National Tour de France painting?
Yes,
with all the bikes
with all the bikes, yeah.
He painted that.
Oh, wow.
He painted the Olympic rings. He painted the national painting for Nottingham on the guy on the horse. And he was one of the teachers that used to pop in and just, because it was a home for kids with behavioural problems, I think it said. Nuts kids, basically. Me and my cousin went there. So they was always kind of fascinated that I could draw and do art, and they kind of just taught me everything, Trina. So by the time, I think it was like, look at the little black kid could do. It was
little shine a light on him.
Yeah, it's like look at the little black kid. So yeah, they taught me. I mean, by the time I was like 10, I could do everything from oils to pastels to paint. And when you're in places like that, it's definitely an escapism. Because you're just surrounded by noise, violence, people, kids, racism. So you need something to get focused into. So I always kind of use art and sport.
Yeah, so what was your discipline?
I was a 100 and 200. I held a county record for high jump.
Okay, forcibly flop, scissor kick.
You know what? Yes. And I actually done the transition from scissor kick to Frosby flop. And I was actually had a good, to the point I remember one year when I first, it went to pot when I came to London, basically. And in my last year of care. But up until that point, it was like my thing. I used to wait, and that's kind of why to this day I can still train the way I do. Like when we was in care, you'd wake up in the morning at like 6 o'clock, and the care home was weird. It was like you could run off and all that. and they would let you out the gates in the mornings and run like it was 100 miles away from anyway. So we'd wake up in the morning and go for runs, like 2-3 mile runs every morning, come back. I'd go athletics training in the evening. And that kind of way, that pattern has actually never left me to this day.
Gave you discipline, because you still like to go gym now.
Still wake up at the first thing in the morning. I still go gym for, can train. And it's kind of like a regimen I've had since I was 6,
I loved athletics.
I remember you as an athlete, but as we get to our ages, it serves us. This is now you can
muscle memory.
It serves you, and even just you can. Like, I train now. Humbly, I'm still just as or even more so at any given stage, and it's literally. Don't get me wrong, bits hurt, but literally you're just training how you train, and you're training how you've always known. So take that gratitude from that and art.
Yeah,
were like the two things that kind of kept me. It was what the music didn't start until, like I said, when I was in care, I used to listen to like, they used to do anything to remind, to support my blackness.
Okay.
So like they'd buy me all the stuff. I wanted records, I'd buy records.
Okay.
Like they had a budget for the Mad Youths. So they would spend that budget on getting some records.
And they actually used the budget as well. That's good.
But listen, I say this to people all the time. Like me and my cousin was there, a guy called Kello from Tottenham. If you know Tottenham, you know Kello. We was there together for years. And for me, I would never change it for the world. It was the best experience. And I don't mean that just it was good. It was hard. We had fights every day. I'd wear a nigger every other day. These are other kids' teeth. I got physical in there, but it was the right type of violence. And it's hard to explain that. It's every kid should get punched in his face once. Every kid should have a scrap. Every kid should fight. Every kid, if someone says something to you, like, see, I was in an environment where you could have, if someone called me a nigger and I beat him up, the teacher would watch the fight finish. So you're finished? All right, get upstairs now.
And that's it.
Proper environment. And I think that's the kind of environment that creates, and if you know Kazi, you know Kel, you know exactly what he brought back down here. So it kind of creates a certain solid, and it's kind of what I think when people kind of say, mate, you're a certain way. I say, well, it was birthed from there. And they gave me a level of independence. I didn't have friends my own age, so I had my own bedtime.
How was it, you mentioned racism. How was it experiencing racism?
Racism was crazy. But then it was understandable racism. Now I know in hindsight, in the sense of like, most of them had never seen a black person in their life.
Right. And
the same kids that called me a nigger when I got there would have killed you for calling me a nigger by the time I left. Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, I learned what racism actually is. The realist, and I say that in a sense of like coming to London, it's not. So if you grew up in London, that you wouldn't have experienced that type of racism. It just doesn't exist. Does it make sense? But then when you're seeing it from kind of that there, where you're in towns that have never seen black people, actually spoken to a live black person, or Asian or anything, well, they might have in a couple shops, but like, so experiencing life with these people and knowing that when I was coming to London, my mum was sick half of the time I was there, and there was a lot of times where foster people wanted to take me, and I was going to end up in the foster system, and I would end up having to stay up there for like summer holidays and
like respite.
And the teachers would take me and put me in their homes, and I'd spend summers with their kids. And I actually got some. I call them American summers. I've experienced a few. You know what you see in the movies where they ride around on the bikes and
in the fields and
bro. And a few of those summers.
Serious,
like, carefree. And even to this day, I think that contrast is what makes, man. I can actually, like, when artistically, creatively, I've seen clear open fields. I've sat in Roman arched windows and painted. Like, I've seen things from that time that cannot be repeated. You remember when we found the painting the other day? I went online and went to an art gallery website, and I found a painting, me and Kels, and we actually got emotional by it. It was actually a painting that Jerry Blood painted of the back of our school, and it looks like a castle. So visually, and it also, if you know, and also what was going, and you've got to consider what was actually happening in care institutes at that time.
There's a lot of scandal about that now.
I watched a program about it the other day, exactly. So to know that we skipped that, So no, we had to do was scuffle up. We didn't have to deal with the rest of it because there was some
to navigate
evil things happening in the care systems in them years, and we would have died on that. Do you get it?
Yeah.
'Cause what was going on them times there for black people in the care system?
Yeah.
Me and mine, we wouldn't be here now. We would have died on that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And there's a big scandal now. There's a lot of compensation being awarded.
Yes.
And there's people that are living with unspoken trauma.
I mean, me and Kazi, we came out of it maybe just being more physical than most people. That was it, really. That was our only byproduct, and having a bit more up here.
Was you physically?
Yeah, it was physical.
Yeah.
But it was, like I said, it was the right type of physical.
Yeah.
Lots of, you kind of fight every day. Because you and the man don't like each other. You're having a fight in this field. No one's coming. You lot have got to finish this fight.
You've got to finish it out. Someone's going to walk away. Someone's going to walk away later.
You don't get to pipe up yourself. I put it in one of my songs the other day, like, I said in one of my raps, like the first nigga I see him stamping on another guy's head. Said, you better get your, like the first black guy I saw in my school, he was kicking a white boy in the face. Talking about, call me a nigga.
Wow.
Like, but it was true though. It was really true. It was a true, like, and that's why we are the way we are. You get it? Like,
do you have any regrets in terms of being pulled away from that kind of serenity and then being kind of tossed into?
It's all necessary.
Okay.
It's all necessary to make man.
Yeah.
Do you get it? You see, like, because even a lot of the kids that probably end up in there what that school didn't do was educate. It had no interest in educating.
Really?
Education wasn't even on the they just wanted to keep the kids, make sure, basically that's like that halfway point between, okay, this kid's going to go that way or he's going to go that way. So the focus wasn't on education. It was on mental stability. The classes were designed on ability, not age.
Right.
So I spent most of my time at, like, when I was like 12, 13, I'm spending most of my time with like 16, 17-year-olds because they're the classes.
You're advanced, yeah.
Just generally, that was naturally just the classes I was in all the time with them. So, and even kind of being the way that I am to this day, being slightly older than my head is, that starts there. They rewarded that. If you're someone of influence, they reward it in those scenarios. If other kids follow you and people listen to you, they reward it.
So they rewarded that behaviour.
There was a balance where when I came to London, the first thing I realised when I came to London, for instance, the difference if you're going to get into a conflict in London, if you're getting into a conflict in those situations, I remember once three white boys chased me around the school for about 20 minutes. And then they locked me in a classroom and tried to start putting this thing on my face. And I beat them up. But at the time, if you put me in a scenario like that and said, oh, you know, if that was in London, the whole school would have been involved.
100%.
This cousin's coming, this guy's got his knife out. And that's what I experienced when I came, like, there was a lot of noise, like, back up. What's that word? What's back up? His cousins are coming. Hey? I had a fight with him though. Yeah, I know, his cousins come now. Hey?
That's how it all escalates, isn't it?
That was new to me. Like, I'd never experienced that in care. Like, me and my man had something. You lot stand and watch. And when you lot jump in, that means we've got problems all together. Like, and I'll spend the rest of the school time finding each one of you. Do you get where I'm coming from? But like, this whole kind of, even just being in a man's, even just starting a fight with what, and all that. No. That's not up north. No,
all the theatrics. All the extras.
None of that. So that's when I come to London, that's what I started to experience. But I also started to experience people do more wicked things immediately.
Okay. The escalation.
Immediately, like pulling a knife out on someone in care wasn't even a thought. Like, I remember one time, I beat people up all the time. Like, I remember once guy sitting in the hospital because I had a geezer's teeth in my hand. His teeth is in my hand and he's sitting there. And we're about 11. But that was just what it was up there. I didn't care at the time. But there was no, you're not going to go to the kitchen and get a knife. The teacher's not going to stand and watch that. But you can have a fight though. You finish that fight off. So we got raised on, it's kind of like how I would imagine how gypsies are raised. I would always kind of compare it to that, like how gypsy living is. And I wouldn't change that element for the world. And when I came to London, I saw it was a lot different. I saw that, like, who you know, who you know, how slick your clothes are. How slick your clothes are somehow interpreted to like how heavy you are on the street. That was mad to me.
Slick, click, and all that stuff.
Whatever it was, like, it didn't make sense. Like, you could, it was what it was. But yeah, so London, but you kind of need, but also when you're in London, you're back with your people and you're back with your thing. So you need everything.
Yeah.
That's why I say to this day, I am the way I am because of that duplicity of life. And I wouldn't change that for the world.
You lost your mum quite early. Was it 11, 12?
No, I lost my mum at 20. I think I was 21, but it was the way it kind of happened. I lost her. I was in jail. I was in prison at the time, and I was in prison at the time, and she was always suffering. Hence, one reason why I ended up in care.
What was her illness?
Lupus.
Lupus. Yeah, you said my cousin's got lupus.
It's black. It's only for us.
Yeah,
the black women, really, isn't it?
Yeah. No, because Nick Cannon's got it as well.
Was it?
Yeah, Nick Cannon's got it, but it's more rare.
I know it's only black people who get lupus anyway.
Yeah.
What is it to do? It's an
autoimmune.
It's to do with the immune system, isn't it?
Yeah, and it attacks different parts of your organs.
My mum was living with this from before we was born. They said she could have died at having either me or my brother. At any given time.
Yeah.
But any one of us could have killed her. She was definitely, if you watch one of them old, LA gangster films, when you see them, she was definitely a hard, strong woman.
Serious.
And she fought her whole life, and even though she was always dying, she always still done enough to kind of, she bought a house, and when my mum died, we got ripped off for the money. Didn't get a lot of money each. It was enough to keep me off of the streets for a summer. And it was enough for me to set up my first record label and set up my first model agency and get into the game. So she always did enough. I'd speak to my mum once. There was always a bit of room to go to if I wanted to hear her shit. There was always a room there though.
Yeah.
She always had done enough to keep us above, even though she was fucking nightmare. They took me away from her. The care home took me away from her at one point. She was very abusive.
Okay.
But that's a whole separate.
Yeah.
She done this to me. I got scar on my head. That was done before I was like 5.
No way.
That's when you was asking me about the blood thing. What you saying about
the blood drive donating? Yeah.
If you had blood
transfusion.
So when this was done, I know as a baby, I lost a lot of blood. So she had a problem, but then that was something which kind of came down from
generation.
Where we come from.
Yeah.
Like we're some of us, really that lot in Kingston family, and my uncle was murdered on Broadwater Farm in 1969.
Really?
Yeah. So
there's a lot happened on Broadwater Farm, isn't there?
Well, I always say like there's, people say they're from Tottenham or whatever. Some of us are actually from Tottenham. The Tottenham that got built and made and with the experiment batch. And some of our
Scorcher's grandma was killed there as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cynthia Jarrett.
Is it his grandma? I'm not sure. Was it his grandma?
His grandma, yeah.
Yeah, and I know all the stuff with his dad and all the rest of it. But so that generation that came, my family was of that batch.
Okay.
My uncle was actually murdered by one of his friends. But yeah, in Broadwater Farm. And I think it was 1969.
So that's the sort of environment that you were born into.
Yeah.
That sort of trauma as well, that's like...
Yeah, and we had a lot of women in our family that were, my grandma come out of it. My grandma first come to the country, I think she'd actually come because she was on the run from something originally, or someone.
Yeah.
So we've come and, yeah, it was a lot. But so when they took me away from my mum, they took me away when I was about 11, 12. And I just kept, when I was going home for the holidays, I was just coming back with too much bruises and too much shit.
And they was
like, that's enough. Going back there. So it's kind of like, that's when my dad kind of stepped in and kind of said, well, that's when I was going to have to end up in foster care. My dad kind of stepped in. I think he got a check. No, I shouldn't say that. I do think he stepped in to get the check.
Yeah, there's that stuff happens as well. Yeah,
he didn't do a really good job though. But yeah.
So you lost your mum while you were inside. Did they allow you to come out?
Yeah, so when I was told, the irony is, it's actually my first sentence. I'm a
Hold on.
dick. No, the irony is, it was my first sentence. Yeah. Was it my first sentence? I think it was. And it was an EDIC case, it was a fraud case, I think. Or a robbery case. It wasn't, I think it might be a street robbery. But it was EDIC, or no, it was something stupid. That I was only going to get like a couple months. And then, and I could have actually stayed out of jail, but I was a dick. Like, for some reason, I went to do my pre-sentence report. I just started chatting shit. To this day,
You don't know why?
I don't know why. I don't know what I was doing, bro. I was just sitting there talking shit, bro. Like, to the point when they read my sentence, the judge is going, yeah, here it says, because you know pre-sentence report really, because they don't want to take things to jail.
Yeah.
The judge said, yo, from your pre-sentence report, you're going to offend again. Like, you're going to sit down for a minute. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I thought, what the And I know exactly what I'd done as well. I sat there and was just a dick. So like, they sent me jail. So it's a short sentence, about 2 months or something, like 3 months. It was like 6 months, but I had to do about 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
And then, so the weirdest thing was to have it that she was always sick.
Okay.
And now for this to be when she dies. And the fucked up thing about it was that just before that, me and her fell out. So the last actual sentence I ever heard from my mum was, "You're a fucking idiot." I just bought a car and I pulled outside her yard and I didn't have a life. My mum was a driving instructor. And the worst of the thing, she passed all the man, but I couldn't learn with her. But she used to do my nutting. Like,
It's hard to teach people that,
bro,
yeah.
my mum was like, she passed all my bridges, like my bridges super passed, everyone passed with her. But every time she tried to teach me, she used to do my nutting, bro. Talk about, yeah, pull up here. Like, pull up why? No, but like, why pull up?
You're not trying to take no instructions.
Bro, no, but why pull up? Because she wants to talk and tell me whatever I'm doing wrong. But you're not doing that with Super though. This is what I understand. Like, you didn't do that with Super.
You're doing the extras for me.
I see you do, like, now with me, we're on the road talking. I don't understand. So I just quit. Like, I just started driving. You know what I think?
I did that.
Yeah, I used to sell licenses, bro. Like, you know,
where were you?
You see, when I tell man, like, I tell some youths today in the gym, like, you have no idea where we're from. Like, the wild, wild West man's from me. You could only dream of going police station and showing them a fake license and cover note, and you're cool. You know, like,
The 7-day producer.
and you're cool. And I've given you fake fingerprints. I can't believe.
The mind
Like,
escapes.
this is where we're from, you know. And I'm doing this for years, you know, all being rude when they're stopping me. I'm being rude now.
Hold on, you're that confident with it.
Rude.
You're not even
Listen,
trying
I'll
to
tell you when it
just get
changed. There was a day it changed, and I blame. Where's the camera? I've never told him this, but I blame Goldie for this. Goldie, if you're watching this, my brother, you see this Goldie, I blame you for this night. I got nicked the night when we was talking outside the Fabric. You got me nicked, bro. So this is when I realized, I don't think he's ever known that. So if Goldie, if you're ever watching this, know that. In my bridge, we used to have an office in Farringdon.
Okay.
In Farringdon. When I come out of the office, Goldie would be in Fabric, and I'd always sit and chat with him. Goldie, big up Goldie, he was one of the first man that back in the day, you remember our generation?
Yeah.
That I could look at and say, yo, I want that.
You want to aspire to be.
that.
Yeah.
When I used to walk into a dance, see Goldie with metalheads and he's in the speaker and there's like 100 man in here and this place is paid for and
Wow.
yeah. So Goldie used to always have time for man. So one day we're outside of Fabric. I'm chatting to him and I'm with one of my acts as well. One of the acts them, and this is when police were pulling over everything. So I'm chatting to Goldie. And if you don't know who Goldie is, he looks mad to you. So the police have been sitting there just watching.
This is the drum and bass.
Drum and bass.
Yeah, because he got all the...
If you don't know how he looks mad to you. So we're outside my office. So the police have been watching us for about half an hour. So as soon as I pull off, he's gone to my boot and he put a record in my boot. I think I'm trying to put something in my boot. So they watched that now. So I've drove off. I was in my baby mother's car. I just made some mother's thing. I drove off and I'm with one of the acts them from Oversat. Muslim, everything is off. This is them times as well.
Oh
Buses
my
blowing
gosh.
up. Bro, they pulled me over in 2-point-something seconds as soon as I left Farringdon. And this is the first day I realised producers and the insurance don't work no more.
Oh.
I remember the week I was there. We're old.
The
I
7-day
remember.
producer.
I remember now when it goes through to DVLA. Like, this is how long man have been outside. Like, you know it goes to DVLA now. I can't
Straight away. Straight away.
I can't believe this tree. Like, I've been being rude for ages.
Because you're just...
Hey, yeah, producer. Not Monday, innit? Yeah, just write the thing, bro. I've been
doing the magic.
ages. Tonight in Farringdon, he's talking about, okay, 1 minute.
He's gone back to go run the check.
No, he's not even chasing the radio now.
Oh my God.
Now, because remember before, when we get him pull up, before the radio goes to station, it don't go to DVLA, it goes to DVLA now. Remember, this is when internet's first kicking in mass. Like, internet's everywhere now. Your internet's cheap now. Remember, police had internet last, you know.
Oh,
police never had internet in the first system. Some people don't realise. Police didn't get internet like local, like proper internet, all their systems till about 5 years after the internet drop. So they was catching up with all their systems. So now they're doing tricks. Now, do you know we can just hook us straight to DVLA? Yeah. So today's the first day I realised it goes straight to DVLA. They're telling me about we saw a man with gold hair and gold teeth put something in your boot.
Wow.
That's Goldie, just in James Bond. Don't know who that is, mate. Come have a look in the boot. These are seed, like, this is...
Goldie was big as well those times.
Yeah, I think I got a boot full of CDs and a bunch of... Anyway, they do the DVLA check. I get nicked. My baby mother's car gets towed and clamped or some shit.
Oh my God.
And that was kind of the day I kind of said, this driving thing. No, I kind of, like, I've drove, obviously, but I've had drivers, innit? Like, most of my life, I've had, like...
Yeah.
I put in one of my bars, I don't buy cars, I buy drivers. But I've always kind of, and I don't have a license. No. Oh, at some point, but.
I think my last producer was must be about 2000 and, I feel like it might have been about 2002.
Last producer,
yeah. That 7 day.
Producers, remember even that word producer? That word don't exist no more.
Don't exist no more. Because now they're running, before they pull you over, this run already. I feel sorry for these youths. What they're playing with, even funny if I was doing my cousin the other week and one of the youths was just picking my brain like, yo, was he really like this? I'm saying, bro, you have no idea the Wild West. But if some things were different, some things were like the whole kind of, the whole trapping stuff that these lot do. Back then, obviously, it's a whole different thing. You're sitting in one spot and the man will put you in a spot and that's it, that's you. Finish.
And anything can happen in that spot. But like... So what these youths go through now, there's ups and downs, but generally just the level of freedom. And back then you could kind of, if you wanted to make a money, you could sit and just rack your head and come up with something. That's how free it was. Do you get it? And
you could actually just do it, implement it, and it could just work.
Like we came up with hustles that broke policies and, that had never been repeated. And it was that kind of time back then. You go to a police station and then half of what you were dealing with, police wouldn't even understand it.
I'm not going to lie, I was watching a video of you the other day. I think a snip from one of these documentaries that are coming.
It's coming?
Yeah, I'm sure it says it's coming.
Which one? What was it?
I can't remember what the name is. I'm sure you posted it recently.
Oh, for the Birth of the Flow?
Yeah.
Well, no, with the picture?
No, it was a video because you was in the office.
No, that was for someone done, I saw that. Someone done a compilation. That was someone else's DVD,
okay.
I see it. But yeah, even when I see them, it's mad. Even when I see all that, I said, bro, we was moving a certain way, bro.
This is what I was going to say, because I'm not trying to go and cover everything everyone else has covered, yeah. But I was just looking at your office and your setup in your office at that time.
Man, we was in front.
You were really ahead of the time.
Humbly. But do you know, I do think this is, sometimes a lot of people say, mate, you don't get your credit. I kind of think I do, I kind of think I do in the sense of like, you see the love when man just like, I kind of do, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it wasn't what you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes it might just end with respect or, I was watching an interview with Boosie today, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just ahead, innit? And a lot of people will downplay it and a lot of people, some people directly even stole your flow and forgot about it, but it's cool. Or literally took the things that, the bitter pill used to really be in my chest heavy years back.
How did you get rid of that?
You just realize it is what it is, bro. If I told you the amount of people that have sucked man's energy, if I told you how many friend groups and business groups have been made off the back of man, to one's groups of people that are now, manage some of the biggest artists in the country that wouldn't even be nowhere near those positions if you never introduced them to people. sometimes it's, you know, I can look, but then at the same time, I look around and say, bruh, this is me, really. You get it?
Yeah.
Like, and we're talking some of your favorite artists now, the kids' favorite artists now. Without those artists, they don't get their managers. They don't get that period of time where everyone was like, oh, we can make money out of music, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get my, like, do you know how many of these, and I say this humbly, I don't even get started with that kind of thing, but do you know how many of these, if it's managers or A&Rs that I see that handle these lots of business, and I think, right, you was the you I would have talked to. You was the one that was always trying to say, might come to the office, and I'm looking at you like, what? No, come to mine. Like, you was them use. You couldn't even chat to them on them.
Yeah.
But you stayed in that pocket for years, and now you manipulate kids for a living. Crazy.
Mad.
So yeah, sometimes you feel that way. But no, I kind of, you kind of just understand that was your role. If sometimes you're the first to do things, you're not going to get your credit. But what you are going to get is being the first to do things. So being the first to do things, you know how to move on to do other things better as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's just it.
How have you been able to build resilience, but also adapt and evolve?
Talent. Creativity. I remember there was a time, me and Spray used to have these conversations all the time. And, you know, everyone gets, and that's one of the reasons why I've always like taken time out for Spray. Because he's one of the few who's actually honest. Like, but where we are career-wise. I mean, back in the day, I used to have an office in Bermondsey. Sorry, not Bermondsey, Pondizan. And then, so I had office in Bermondsey as well. And then we just have conversations, you know, where you get to your 30s and you're looking around and saying, what's going on, really? Like, what is this? I remember there'd be times, and at that period of time, man ain't fucking with man's thing. You get it? Like, we are who we are. And it's even funny, like, even when I see, like, you know, man say, well, mate, when's the next behind bars? When I did the behind bars, no one gave a fuck. The years down the line, if we've gone on it, you got it, now but maybe that's what actual talent does. But like, generally, you kind of, I learned to just live in the creativity, Mike. Because it's the only thing in the end which you can guarantee yourself. And that's why you see my slogan, life is art. So when we kind of got to that period of time where we was kind of, you know, you get to your 30s, you're kind of questioning what you're doing and what the real reality of this is. And I remember I got to a point and said, you know what? Fuck everything. Fuck everything. I'm just going to keep on looking inside myself and trying to find as much as I can find, talent-wise. That's it. Just keep on looking inside yourself. Like, Mike, you think you're the coldest rapper in the world? Be the coldest rapper in the world. You think you're a fucking wordsmith? Be a fucking wordsmith. You think you're an artist? Be a fucking artist. So that was the mindset I took on for about 5 to 10 years. And just kind of honed, you know, so that when you start getting all the kind of like spoken word and the behind bars, that period of time, that's when I'm in that bag. That's when I've come out of the whole kind of letter to my girlfriend, doing what everyone else is doing, period. And I say, you know what, let me get in so even when I start doing all the behind bars, all of them, from the behind bars, the fire in the booths, that whole period of time, where I'm doing any time you saw me rap and I'd start doing spoken word at the end, that's the period of time, because I wouldn't do the rap unless I could do spoken word. That was the deal. I didn't want to do any of them. Like, I've never picked up no one's phone and said, yo, let me do it behind bars, ever, or freestyle. And when they was phoning me, it was like, yeah, but I want to do spoken word. Yeah, but then all right, cool, just fit the freestyle, yeah, but I'm going to do spoken word at the end. That's when you get the spoken word at the end of all the behind bars and all the other stuff. So I was in that bag. So even then, I'm not writing. I don't write, and I don't write lyrics. I don't go studio. I've never done it my whole career.
You're just off the top.
But then, so I started saying, let me go, keep on going in. Let me think about the scenarios we're covering. So that was what happened musically. And artistically, it was more, so whether it's writing, I took about, what do you say, about what? Last 5 years learning writing, going through writing. So that's another thing people don't. So you want to make these videos over there and people want to question what the fuck it is we're saying. I think, do you think I talk without knowing what the fuck I'm talking about? I spent about 5 years learning writing, from how to write anime to manga to comics to literature myself. Not then you take another discipline. You're like, okay, I want to spend another 5 years. Spend another period of time learning inking, pressing, printing. Any artistic endeavor we made, when I started making the watches, getting this right. How long did I spend getting that fit right?
As well. This band is different. It's evolved.
So
is that a marble kind of effect on that one?
These are hand painted.
Oh,
these are hand painted. Yeah, these are. This set is so basically all the watch sets. Again, they're more bits of art than they are watches. So each set is curated after a particular artist.
Right, so what is this?
So this is the Mayotas. That's not even a correct pronunciation of his name, but if you ever seen a famous Japanese screen print.
Yeah.
It's a crack. Have you ever seen it? It's a plain crack.
Yeah.
So this collection is based around him and that piece of work.
Okay.
And I've got another collection of this, like the reds, the yellows, which is based around Matisse, some work that Matisse done. Then I've got the greys, which are based around another guy called Gerard Julia, where it's like Gerard Richards, sorry. He had what you call a grey period, where it was like, after the Second World War, he had a set of grey paintings, and it's kind of like finding the mediums and the greys. So each watch is kind of goes with a painter, a piece of art, and what that is kind of saying, well, listen, and then we've got a Monet set as well, a Monet set of watches as well. They've got, I don't know if you've seen the satin ones that I've got.
Yeah.
That's the Monets. So it's kind of saying, when those artists created what they created at the time, because art was driven by discovery of mediums. So when you get into like the Renaissance, you get into, people that are now making blues that no one's ever seen before, or they actually made their paints, they made their materials. When you get into when you get some of people like Leonardo, geniuses to the word. These guys are using new techniques in brushwork, or just new techniques in perspective. So like, I'm kind of trying to say, well, for now, with 3D printing, design, being able to do like a watch company couldn't make this watch. And because I got a guy who helps me do my movements. So they got Moyota movements in them, and they're not fully waterproof yet. This is one of the reasons why we haven't put them out on the market as mass. Because I want a fully waterproof commercial version. But one of the guys who helped me with the movements, he turned around and said, there's nothing like this in the world, because a watch company wouldn't make so many different colors. Because the way they make their watches, they make one mold, and then they do the colors to that mold. Yeah. So to have that expression of making whatever colors we want, whatever styles we want off the button, that's the new
unique. Yeah, wave. And that's the USP.
So this is what we're trying to. So everything I'm trying to do right now, like the whole hand to hand, like everything, any garment that you buy, whether you're buying hats, everything's hand pressed, hand designed, one artist, one garment. I was watching, there's a thing right now where they're saying, and that's to trail off, but a lot of this also is, it relates to what we was talking about the other day. And I think I said this to you before when you asked about the watches. If you look at what the concept of what luxury brands are, for instance, if you look at the concepts of what luxury goods are, most real luxury things are created from purpose. If you're talking about cars, each one of those luxury cars was created from purpose. If you're talking about watches, Rolex was the first person to make a fully waterproof watch. Yeah. They're created from purpose. If they're not from purpose, they're from sheer creativity. Does it make sense? There isn't a middle ground. So it's kind of like finding your either purpose or your creativity. So right now I'm saying we're at a time where you can create whatever you want. You can whether it's clothing, whether it's products,
anything
we can think of now.
Yeah,
we've got the machinery. We've got, in my house, I have every bit of machinery you can think of to produce clothing, to produce large scale models, large scale design, and that's just what we got in the immediate studio. Yeah. So we're trying to kind of say, well, listen, in this era, we're the new Matisse. Where's the new Van Goghs? Where's the new...
Yeah. Because we're always looking back.
We're the new kind of, like, the new creatives of this era. It's not just music. It's not just... There's a new way. And a lot of creativity I feel is reserved for the elitists.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't understand certain things, you're out of the running. Where I want to create an environment where, well, you can draw 2 pictures, young man. Come check me. I want to show you how to use that bit of machinery. I want to show you how to use that program. I'm going to show... I saw some stuff today where Tanks is talking about Premiere Pro or some shit. And I forget how rude these youths are. But anyway, you know, we want situations where we can grab a youth who's got a bit of talent. He's got the right equipment. He's got the right machinery. He can learn how to do all these mediums himself and make some money himself.
Yeah.
That's the environment I'm aiming to create, hopefully.
It's like you've lifted and dropped your strategy that you used when using music, because that's kind of what you were doing there.
We have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
There isn't, I think, and again, I take it with gratitude more than anything. To go through, to do all that whole CD and music stuff, the learning was, if you control your own thing, they can't rub you out.
As Bouncer says, own your own IP.
Yeah, as Bouncer says. I don't think a lot of people could do things the way Bouncer does things, but yeah, as Bouncer says.
Yeah.
But I think if you I always say, you need to put yourself in a position where the rug can't be pulled from under your feet. And that's it. And I think if people thought about that before, how much money they're going to make, how much money they're going to look like they're going to make. So if you thought about stability, whether it's within music, entertainment, anything, stabilize first and then go again second. But I don't think that's what's taught to us.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah. I want to go back to your watches, because I like them.
I was going to bring some of the others down here.
What was your inspiration around deciding to create a timepiece?
For a while back, I said to my friend a while back, I was saying it for a while, because obviously we come from the whole buying watches, and we come from that whole background, obviously it is what it is. But I've got a hang up about this whole thing, as you know already. And I think this is what you want to poke out at me. I hate this worshipping of luxury goods, which are basically a derivative of slavery. I can't stand it. The whole precious metals game is a derivative of the slave trade. Period. There's no other way around it. And there's nothing you can bring to it. And even these conversations that we're having the other day,
we're going to get into that.
They all relate to this. They all relate to what, the reason. Maybe now we're in a place where it's different. Maybe now, you could... I always say to people, I don't want to see a diamond unless I see a man next to a picture of a man with it next to the mine. I don't want to see a diamond. I don't want to see no diamonds being in no way. I don't want to see none of that. All that guy in patterns and spending a bunch of money with people who don't wear jewelry themselves. It's not from your coat. I'm not on all that. I'm not on all that. And it jars me. And you get how many videos you got of a man in a jewelry shop with a bunch of men who would never let them sleep with their daughter, talking about, yo, that looks great, my brother, I got a new one for you too. I can't stand it. And
that's that buying power again, isn't it?
So when I got into the watches, I said to myself, so a long time ago, I was actually going to spend about 20 grand to make a watch, a GLC arts watch, design it. I don't know, check someone like Chief or someone, get them to design it, make it, put it together, wear it, and then see if I could sell it so I could make another one. And that was how I originally wanted to do it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily going to be...
a unique item.
And if we were going to do precious metals and stones, I wanted it done in a certain way. It can't be going through certain avenues. I don't want it from certain avenues.
You need to know where it's sourced. People might say that's a bit much, right? People are like, that's just the game of jewelry. I'm not in the game of jewelry. I'm not a jeweler. That's not the game I'm in. I'm in the game of design. And if the concept of luxury is exclusivity, then I'm in the game of luxury, because exclusivity is definitely what we're giving you. So it's like, I was going to create one and then see if I could sell it on. But then I said to myself, you know what?
And I said to my mate, he said, you know, you could end up wasting 20 grand. I said, why? He said, well, if you make a watch and you hope someone's going to buy it for 20 grand and they don't, you're going to be left with a watch that's basically just nothing. So I said, maybe. And I thought about it for now. It's kind of rattling around my head for about 6 months. So then when the 3D printers dropped and they first started dropping, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I wonder. I tapped into Google and I bought 2 3D printers just before that, because you know about 3D printers.
Yeah.
There's 2 types. You've got resin, you've got PLA.
Yeah.
So I bought both. And I'm sitting there thinking, nah. And this is the thing with 3D printing, you know, like you'll sit there and think, could I? And then you'll go and find a file and think, no way. Like, and it could be anything. It could be anything. For any one of these, any bit of equipment in this room now, I could tap into Google and say, find me a file. And you're going to find the file.
That's crazy.
So I tapped in, and there was a few files I got back for the watches. There was a few of them. There was the first guy, and funny enough, there was one guy that was actually selling files for them at one point. And I looked at them, at first you had a lot of watchmakers, because it's not a simple thing. It's not a simple thing at all. And at first what you had is there was a lot of watchmakers that were like, they was basically doing 3D versions of full watches.
Oh, so just replica.
It was just too complicated.
Okay.
Like you'd have to basically, you're making a watch.
Yeah.
Except the movement, but you're making the watch. And it was too complicated. And I kept on looking for simplified versions. So simplified version. So I found this one file. Then it was a guy, but the file was fucked. Like he basically had created this watch that wasn't really something that could be worn. It was something you could kind of do. It wasn't to be worn. But it worked. It was a concept. So I downloaded the file and I spent about a good part of about 4 to 5 months perfecting it. See, at first, the first files that we got, they didn't. See, what it's all about? It's all about
the face,
sizing.
Oh, the size.
You're
Okay, the intricacies.
You're working to the millar point. It's crazy.
Yeah, because if one thing's out, it's all out.
Crazy. So like, this is why. So I've got a watch guy and I love Big Up Glenn. Love you, my brother. Good luck on the new shop. We're gonna have a shop for the watches as well. We're gonna have a repair center in Wedding Garden. See you soon, Glenn. So when I first done the first set of watches, they was loose. The fittings.
I was gonna say, I can see. Well, obviously, I've not seen the watch before, but I can see from what you initially showed us that this
it was still
is a evolution of what you had before.
And still kind of working.
Even the band of this one is...
Well, it was different sizes for the different straps. These different straps. So the straps are the only thing we don't print. So then what it was as well was like, because I wear them every day. And I've been wearing them for like last year. And I want to kind of, I want to get investment for a commercial version. Yeah. If I'm honest. And just kind of getting the concept sold before that. And the concept is exclusivity, one-on-ones. Kind of thing. So, but initially, the first file that I put together, so the first one I put together, it was basically literally plastic being screwed into plastic. So it's like two parts, you get the plastic, you're screwing into plastic. This middle part is basically the body. So this middle part holds the movement and it holds everything. So getting this middle part perfected was the key. Getting the right size. So when you put the movement in, the movement clicks in, it don't move. You got the right amount of space. Yeah. For the crown. For the date. So it's just working out all of that and changing. And when you want to make it more, so under the inside there, I've got another plate that pushes the movement back up, and then you've got on some of them, so I experimented with more waterproof versions where I've got lining and layering inside them. So I just kept on experiment, going back. Print one, change them, it would go on for fucking months. But a lot of that was when I first went to see my watch guy. He was helping put the crowns in and put the hands in. And like I think I said the story on my Insta. He turned around to me and he went, "You sure you want to fucking do that?" I said, "Why?" So you can just go fucking China and get them to make you a couple. And then after speaking to him for about, basically I explained it to him why I want it. And he looked at me and said, "You just want to go on the journey, didn't you?" I said, "Yes, I want to learn. And he just helped, and he's been on my side ever since. He always said, "You know why I've always helped you out? Because every time even up until this week, I've got to do some stuff with the crowns. He was like, every time I give you a bit of advice about something, you'd listen, take me, come back and try again. So there was a lot of stuff, even to do with the glasses. At first we had, I think it was 2.2 millimeter. The glass was slightly thicker and made it slightly thinner, changed the sizes so you're not getting... So basically everything in these ones, these versions I make, everything, it's water resistant and it's basically a day-to-day use resistant.
Yeah.
But you can't go diving in these.
Yeah.
Even getting that to that point was a headache. So underneath here, if you look underneath here, you've got silicone.
Okay.
So
to seal it.
That was learning how to, okay, well, silicone, suck it in, water can't. So all this learning, remember, I don't know nothing about nothing. I just know what I want.
Yeah.
And then listening to this geezer give me advice, he said, Mike, what you come, sort of amazing, bro. But he was the one that told me, listen, stick to what you're sticking with because major companies can't do this and they won't do it. So you've got a niche in, and it could be something going forward. So now it's literally, I'm gonna finish developing these sets, finish developing these ones, finish learning, but then we're also gonna be putting a pattern together and I'm gonna be trying to get some funding and some money for a fully waterproof version.
Love that.
And he's got a shop that's gonna be opening up in Welling Garden. So we're gonna be, when I do start putting them out, we're gonna have a repair center for them. And the thing about this game is, what they cost to make and what you're gonna sell them for, I realize why these fuckers are so rich, bro. Stupid.
The markup.
Stupid. Fucking ridiculous. That's why when people say, Mike, why are you not selling them? Why are you not selling them? Because for me, I could make some good money out of them now. But I feel like that would be a cheap cash grab. If that makes sense.
You want a quality product.
That's what and I want it to live how it's supposed to live. And like I said, I'm not a watchmaker, I'm an artist that makes watches. And that's how I'm kind of sticking to all of the disciplines that I deal with. Whether it's the clothing, whether it's the watches. I'm just an artist that does these things at this particular time.
Leads me nicely into Dead Streets.
So this stuff, these all big. So I've got two Dead Streets lines. I've got what I call in studio, and then what I call an essential line.
Okay. What's the difference?
Essentials is drop shipped.
Okay.
So that's sourced globally.
And they just
we
deliver it to you.
I have good relationship. I use two companies, and still good quality products. But it's more how you would normally buy a t-shirt from any shop. But we got t-shirts and that. And funny thing, most of the sales have been through the drop shipping. And it's also a lot cheaper than the in-studio stuff. Yeah. So it's...
Because they're custom, isn't it, in studios?
Well, even the drop shipping, we're still doing limited runs.
Okay.
So how I do... Because I don't want... Nothing's there to stay. So I've done one run when I first done the sample shirts. Done really well. Stopped that run. And even the guy came up to me the other day like, yo, I got the black one. And I think he didn't like the fit as much because it was a drop shipping one. It come from Lithuania or something, one of the t-shirts. He said, I prefer the other fit. I said, yeah, but hold on to it. He's like, yeah, but I'm going to buy it. I said, hold on to it because that one's never going to be made again. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm never making that one again. Whether it's drop ship or not, it's
amount,
never being made again.
Yeah.
So hold on to it.
That's the supply and demand.
Paid, whatever, 30, 40 quid for it.
Yeah.
So regardless, that's gone up. Yeah. Because it's never going to be made again and it's one of ours. So that's the kind of environment I'm trying to set. So even when you're buying stuff that's drop shipped, you're still getting limited editions, limited runs. Yeah. All the in-studio stuff, that is real one of one. Yeah. Each item is digitally stamped, has its own web page, its own digital stamping. Some are even connected to NFTs. These t-shirts are connected to NFTs. And there's actually going to be, going into next month, the next set. So the first set that I've done is just why you're seeing this. This is basically just the slogan stuff, the skeleton. So that's the artistic concept behind it, but there's also a more social.
I was going to say, so when people hear Dead Streets, it conjures up all different types of...
The streets are dead. The streets are dead, and only fucking walking dead men think it makes sense. This character is a character called Young Reaper.
Young Reaper.
And he's basically an arsehole, but he fully believes this thing. And he's our slogan. That's Young Reaps. And the whole Dead Streets thing is, but what I wanted to do is get that concept, but make the aesthetics pleasing. make the aesthetics be able to go rival any other aesthetics that you're seeing as a slow. You know, we bought Trap Star. We told our kids Trap Star's cool. We told them, you know, ghetto rich is cool, whatever the fuck it is. We told them all these crazy things in our clothes, and then other people come in and endorse it. Cool. So I'm saying dead streets.
Yeah, streets are
The
dead.
streets are dead. And only walking dead men think the streets make sense. And if you lot are getting money for I don't know, glorifying the visual, all right, let's come with a better visual. Let's come with a more unique visual. Let's come with a more unique way of people getting their clothing. Because also, going forward as well, and a lot of the ethos to how I'm doing it is thinking forward. Because the concept of luxury clothing is almost dead.
Yeah.
It's almost dead.
You can see it. But there's a throwaway culture now. It's not even seasonal anymore.
They say that if you're, the concept of luxury clothing is dead. And they say kind of, if you're going to start selling clothing, you got to kind of have two ways of doing it. You're either going to sell mass cheap, which you're going to need logistics
Your
for.
Sheins and all that.
Yeah. If you ain't got logistics for that, forget it. But they're what's building going forward. Or you're going to sell high end. In between is kind of a lost marker. So I just said to myself, yeah, I'm staying at high end. And I'm staying at one of ones. Lifestyle. So what Dead Streets to me at this moment is more a lifestyle brand. In other words, the concept, the ethos of it is more the motive. Because you're not going to be able to, unless you buy the drop shipping stuff, you're not going to get cheap t-shirts for cheap.
Like that, yeah.
You're not going to, those hats are £100. There's not going to be anything that's cheap. You get it? And even when I make someone a piece of clothing, we make two of them. We keep one just
one as for the catalogue.
Basically, each time you buy one, you own two.
Yeah.
Because I will replace that within a year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I want to give people that are buying our stuff that experience.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
And you know what? I love that experience because that's why, like, I don't spend on loads of different things, but a good
You know how
handbag.
to spend, didn't it?
Yeah, like a good handbag. I know that if anything happens to my handbag, I can take my handbag back and they're going to fix it. And if they can't fix it, they're going to give me another one back because that's what I pay for.
It's that practical glam understood through the years.
Yeah.
You know? But that's where we are now. I think people want exclusivity, but you also want your value for money for it. Do you get where I'm coming from?
I learned that. So I used to buy I don't want to say throwaway bags, but if I saw a bag in Zara, it's a £90, £120.
And then you're going to buy the next one.
I'm going to have to buy another one.
Yeah.
And then by the time I've bought 10 of them, I could have just bought the one good bag and that's covered.
Even when I make stuff, I will test that print myself. I lie, but I would these when we press these, I test them compared to what the dropshipping does, and everything we press in studio is always a better quality. Yeah, always. Yeah. Whether it's the embroidering, whether it's the pressing, and I'm not a professed clothing but just having your hands-on stuff, just having care in a garment or an item. So I'd rather charge high end. Buy it if you don't, buy it if you want. If not, go to the dropshipping. Still going to same quality, still going to get limited edition. So that's why I've kind of set it that way, so we can kind of create more of an artistic environment to when people are buying clothes and also to make it more lifestyle. And like I said, this is a company to expand, and the concept is that I want to then start to get young artists in. So as we build the concept, we're saying, the streets are dead. And the whole kind of artisan clothing, if I can now knock this down to some younger guys. So if I've got 5 guys that are doing what I'm doing, that's the company. Yeah. That's it, it's done. That's it. And, they're going to make enough to be able to support themselves, and that's that. And then that will feed its own energy and you'll build that. I will, when it comes to clothing, and I've got other things that we want to do. I want to do an interactive t-shirt where it's literally animation on the t-shirt. I've got art collections that I want to run as bits of art, but also as clothing with the art, the faces. I don't know if you've seen where I've got the Amy Winehouse face. That going to be doing all that. That's the next batch of clothing. Honestly, when I first saw your artwork, I didn't understand it was you that actually created this. Yeah, I think I messaged you. I was like, I can't believe this is so good. I was taken back at the detail. I'm a zoom in person. I get hung up on things, and I think that's what art serves that. Yeah.
So I do cakes. I'll show you afterwards.
Do you care?
I do cakes.
That kind of makes sense though, you know.
And
it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, cake, baking is a funny thing, you know. It's actually art.
When
It's
I show
timing,
you,
there's timing.
yeah, the sizing, the measurements, down to
art.
the milli. Like I'm very pedantic about.
It's a creative
field
that people don't really like understand. That the art in it.
Yeah.
And the art is like I can cook myself up for something, and then you take the same care, you lay out, and that's what art is life, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the message I'm trying to put out here. Is art is life.
I think what I like from observing is the fact that you're a testimony that you can do art in many forms. It doesn't have to be rap, wordplay. Like if
and you don't have to be a pussy neither. This is another thing I want to get through to these youths here, like, and I love that part of it too. I love that part of it. I would say we was the nerds that could bully the bullies. You know, me and Kel used to sit and draw pictures in care. Like, that part of it I like, where they, you know, there's a youth somewhere going, yo, get this thing here. And they all watch anime, they all watch all the cartoons, like, you see Kel's talking about, yo, something like that, they all do it. So, well, we can do it as, like, we can do, like, that's the part, because this is...
There's no boundaries to what you can actually do, barring the boundaries that we create for ourselves.
There's none, but again, I understand it. I do understand it. So some of us have to, you know, if I always say to people, it's not some of us just have hard lives, some of us have had weird ones. So if you can now take that weirdness and put it in a box and say, and understand all the positives from that, this duplicity in that we have in creativity, and give it to someone else, because I know this is what saves me every day. I know this is what makes me happy every day. I know this is why I don't have to sit down and talk shit with my mates every day. Like, why we don't chase gal every day.
Yeah.
So many things. So I want to be able to say, yo, you can get this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, find something. I'll be in a club, I'll be in a... And all you have to do is focus a bit. That's it. The art is just a reflection of the character.
It's a byproduct.
It's a byproduct of the personality. One time I was in a place where a mum was in my face talking about, and I do love this because I get, and I'm just humbling the variety of, not I wouldn't say fans, but followers that man get. It'd be anything from the maniac to the university student. And I appreciate it. And but when I get to uni, they be in my face, ask me weird questions. There's one that I was in the club and this guy was just like, it was about here. And he said, was saying to me, so like when you draw a picture, like what do you feel like? Like what do you feel, man? He's going mad.
It was the experience.
No, but they do this, but I know it's because they're not like, they know that this is the way that they can chat to man, because in life they wouldn't. But so a lot of the guys love when they, and I appreciate that. Like that familiar, like I'm a nerd really. So the
Gangster
nerds know, gangster, whatever nerd you want to say, but deep down, I'm a nerd.
Nerd.
You know.
But I'm a nerd at heart.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
So like, I like the fact I'm a beacon for the nerds.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, I used to go to this girl about 10 years ago, and she had two brothers. And one of them thought he was a rude boy. He was annoying. And the other, but she was mixed race. And one of them thought he was a rude boy. And he was always like, yo, mate, you're pissing me off. And the other one was a white boy. I don't say his name because they know what they are. He was just a nerd into comics and stuff. And me and him, I liked him.
Yeah.
This one just annoyed me.
Doing too much.
Like one more time, like, yo, Gio, cut it out, bro. So what do you say? It was like Dungeons and Dragons. So what, did you get them with cards? Like, to get it, like, I'm a nerd, bro. I want to hear your shit. Like, so I need the youth to know that you can just do your thing.
Anything you want to do.
And I don't want to say all the negativity with it, but I've drawn a picture and had my gun on me. Yes. Like, sorry. You know, like, I'm...
Yeah.
You can, and guess what? This one is the one I love.
Yeah.
This is
the
why.
passion.
This is why we want to.
Yeah.
So if we can give this to some youths, that's my aim before I get the fuck out of it, bro.
Yeah.
A whole generation of youths that want to be a bit cleverer. a bit smarter, not so stupid. So when we're doing things like what we done the other day and made the videos, that's why I make that. That's why I make that.
Yeah.
This is us now talking.
This is what we want to do. So tell me something. What throughout your career, even your life, what would you say what was your lowest moment?
Man, they could pick on a rare those. I think you'd have to more flip that one. What wasn't my lowest moments?
Oh, I was going to get to your high moments after.
No, I'd say the later part of my life has been a lot better than the first half. That's what I can put it. I put it in the simplest way I say. The second half's been a lot better than the first half.
What's the fundamental change between your first half and your second half?
First half was a movie. In all honesty, you know, like I told you, where we were coming from and we're trying to survive. I got this game that I play with my son. I pretend I'm hating on him. so I sit there, I feel like, your life's just great, isn't it? How's he middle class? And like, what's that, new trainers? A new jacket. So the last man I gave you ain't touched that one. No, it's went with the other one, yeah. But I'm playing this game in my head because I know that he got to live. And I often look at it like, I remember once reading his, and he's just finishing he's doing law now.
Big him up.
When I bait him up. He hates when I bait him up. But yeah, Josh, I love you. He's about to finish law.
I love that. My son's trying to get into law as well.
And he will do.
Yeah.
He will do.
Yeah.
So like, but like, and one time he was getting accepted into, is it college or uni? I can't remember now. And I remember reading his
personal statement,
what he got from the teachers.
Oh.
And I remember I was in tears. I remember talking to my baby mother and saying like, this is me without the trauma. And she said, yeah, my son is me without the trauma.
But you've enabled that.
So that's how we look at it. And yeah. So so the first, like I said, the first half was the half where I don't even think we live in constant. There was a period of life where there wasn't. Care was the best part of my life up until about 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
To say that.
Maybe say about 50. I don't know. But even during the whole music thing, I was never really happy. I kind of hated this shit. Not that I love making music.
But everything around it.
I hated all of it, bro. Hence why I put Youths out on the strip and sold CDs. I can control that. This is mine. Even a lot of people never understood what that was. I build my own ecosystems and live in them. I don't keep up it. Hence why I'm here. This is my ecosystem. You, Ray. This is our ecosystem now.
I tell people this all the time. We need to build our own ecosystems.
No, we do. We have and we are.
Yeah.
Listen, I used to love conversations that me and Madman would have. We're taking our half back. They were the conversations. And I've watched them do it.
Yeah.
We're taking our half back.
Doing it well.
Took our half back, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why when people talk what they talk, that's why when it comes to this podcast, and I'm not even to get off it, because I said I'm not, this mic don't live no more, the one that gets. I don't fuck with these stuff, bro. And like, even when you came into the picture, every move I'll be like, yep. And I'll see everything play out and we'll have those so I love the fact that a man reserved another half of the game. And like I said, much people ask me to come and do stuff. I said, but you wasn't talking about me a few years ago, no. You forgot, everyone forgot a few years ago. No, man, you're a thing legend. Cut it out, bro.
You can save that.
Cut it out, bro. Until my man started mentioning me every other week in the show and just doing stupid things for the hell of it. Like, when he puts my name in clips for no reason. He probably thinks this is funny. For no reason, And he thinks it's hilarious. Like, I just put it there because of it. But all before all that, you lot weren't, like,
respect it.
You weren't doing none of that. So bro, I'm all right. How much man for me to do podcasts and all that? I said, but didn't you have my man talking bad about Rare Tear the other day? Yeah. All right, well, I'm not doing it then. Yeah, but no, me and my man's cool. All right, when he phones me and says, you're cool, it's cool. Like, I keep it like that. Like, I don't, I don't. And so to watch that kind of play out, where we're now in an environment where, right, oh, you rate our thing now. Oh, now we're legends. So I get it. Okay, cool. So it's cool. But it wasn't that case before. That's not. But I think this had to happen. I think this times now was coming. It had to have come. People like yourself had to have come now. You know what I'm saying to you? And it's good. It's brilliant. But no, for a long period of time, I was like, fuck this shit, bro.
You've been a bit vocal online.
In the sense of the Asian and the black debate.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you gave some historical context. It's a weird space to be in online with that whole...
Do you know, because people aren't really living in reality online. They want
sensationalized.
Wicked.
Yeah.
First time out of the mouth of God. Journalists there, like, oh man. They want, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I might know what I know, but I'm not here to tell you lot shit. Like, but I think people just want that version of things. The truth is hard to feed people, period.
They love the lie.
The thing is, most of the stuff that's going on now, we were saying all the time.
A couple years back.
Most of the time. You know, so, but again, I'm not, the funny thing is, a lot of the things used to piss me off back in the day, that I used to often just isolate myself from the whole thing. And the things now, actually, which are serving me now, and if I knew that, I probably wouldn't have complained as much at the time. In other words, being kind of an isolated figure, not taking certain things on and doing things a certain way. Them times there, it was like you were being excluded from things. Where now, it's not exclusion. It's just separatism, you get what I'm saying to you? So, but yeah, I think we need to, it is hard because you can say, you try to give information. Like even the other day when I did that, it's like the way this thing's lined up, fools will talk, man. And it's mental because you don't know, and there's so much different, I shouldn't even say it like that because no, that's the wrong way. But I think the definition of fool warrants that. Yeah, I think so many from so many different angles with so much perspective, and none of them make any sense to the reality of being human. Right, my man. Yeah, but I have these conversations and debates about stuff that means absolutely nothing. Consistently. So now if you want to now speak in amongst that, to say something, you're going to be automatically put in amongst that.
Yeah.
Now, my man's going to do a video on you or whatever the fuck is.
100.
Just trying to talk to your people and saying, so what I kind of had to learn to do myself was like, take the emotions out of things. If I can take the emotions out of things, then I possibly can project this. I say it to Spiro all the time, like even when he puts up some of the videos on YouTube's channel, I'll be like, yeah, that one, my emotions were kind of, I put it to the side, so that one's all right.
You know, I paid you if I think this too. I'm like,
yeah, because but I kind of got on top of it now. But I think
you're doing well.
It's hard work though. It's hard work.
I find social media really hard.
It's hard work because you've got to deal with people that you wouldn't deal with in real life.
Not in the real life. And this is why, like, my nanny said this thing to me. She said, not everything that you're invited to, you need to attend. Yeah. You
know that was there.
Like, it's not everything like you're invited to, you need to attend, and you can say that for anything. Like, because someone's offered you out let's go outside, let's fight. I don't need to. If someone wants to engage in a conversation, I don't have to engage in the conversation. So
yeah.
And so that's how I've been navigating social media, because I realised...
I think you know how to do it way better than 99.99% of the people.
I mean, I've had my crash outs, but...
No, but just generally, respect goes a long way. And even like, this is what you got to realise, like the hardest hurdle to jump on this environment is respect, bro. They don't even respect each other. And people that should have respect don't get no respect. So to be a respected person and to hold a certain space is commendable, bro. And especially to be in a space where most people in it are kind of like moving a certain way, and you're holding your space, you're holding your position in it. But I do think a lot of that is people can see the respect that other people have for you as well. including people like Spray and people like that.
Even yourself, like, you know, like even when you was like, oh, look, I'm coming in your story, you don't understand what that was for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me not act like I didn't see you on Box TV and all these things. Do you know what I mean? Even when I saw Paris One, like, deep down inside, big up Paris One, like, sis. But sis. Like, you were people that I saw.
Big up P.
Yeah, I saw you guys, like, so.
Camas, Gams, Street Dreams, big up all of them, man.
Yeah, like, big up Dubplate Drama. Yeah, we were going to that one there.
Funny enough, big up Rodney. Rodney hit me up today, actually.
We need it back.
Rodney said, no, but I'll be honest with you, I'm like, fuck the guy. No, I love Dubplate Drama, but
the concept.
The guy that made it, a lot of people don't know, that's the guy that now runs YouTube. It's also the guy that also put Post in his position.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know this.
Okay.
So Luke Himes, who made Dubplate Drama, he works over at YouTube now, YouTube Originals. I got a lot of time I love the Dubplate Drama thing. It made a lot of, it gave me... It was
groundbreaking.
It done, but they ripped us off as well, badly. They, I done the whole rewrites for it, bro. Near enough, the whole rewrite. Like literally, they would put a script in front of you and say, yo, have a look through this for me and tell me what you'd change. We didn't get credit for any of that. We didn't get any subsidy. And half the time, like we had to negotiate the last set of money. So just basically, it was a good thing, but in hindsight, it was coonery. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
The practices of how it got done and what got done. And
the behind the scenes, the stuff that people didn't see,
Yeah, it was coonery.
But in terms of moving the culture forward, like, and they've not done anything like that since.
No. What I will say is that creatively, Luke had a pure vision. And that's not where the coonery was. Not creatively, he would listen. The coonery is in, you've listened to us, so where's the credit for listening to us?
In the business, it's the business side of it.
Yeah, I remember sitting in the office rewriting the whole fucking thing, bro. All the dialogue.
That's crazy.
Most of my scenes I made up on the spot. There wasn't one scene I said it was on the paper. Not one. To the point where there's even scenes where I'm saying my version and they've had to change the edit just to go on what I've said. So, and I always feel like where we wasn't kind of, if you're not made aware of what you're doing and what's going on, then I feel that's kind of manipulation a little bit. And then afterwards, it was like, well, you kind of just ran with the show. You didn't kind of support anybody that was in it. And if you look at most of the cast of Dubplate Drama, you won't see one person that kind of kicked on after.
Yeah, like I think about Shiesty a lot. I think she was such a talented young lady.
Talented bud.
And I felt like she was about to blow.
You won't see one person that kicked on. No one kicked on. They didn't help me out. There wasn't no... And I know this because I had a relationship with them in other ways. I got that role off-key. I wasn't like... I got that role off-key. Like, I didn't have any acting in man. It was literally... I made a video called Olders. And the guy that made it said he used to listen to my music. And I used to have a song called Yardy. And Yardy was like a description of... It was one of my story songs. And... This is a 100% quote I could tell you. He said when he used to listen to Yardy, he used to be able to start writing these type of stuff. So he always had me in mind for these things. Before he thought about me in acting before I did. And that's what, that part of it, I will respect and rate. They always, and he saw one of my videos, he saw a video called Olders. And he asked someone if they know me. But these times I'm going through madnesses. This is the times when I'm driving around every day with I'm wearing my vest every day and there's a day. And I remember they called me for the casting. They said, I know, but I'd sent people on, I remember that agency, so I'd sent people on castings, but I had never gone on a casting. I'd sent people on casting.
You just created all this stuff and you just sending everyone, but not for yourself.
I'd never gone on a casting now. So I go to this, they asked me to come in. And then the irony is, I remember they asked, the role they've given me, and remember this is one of the main roles, and this is how much the guy's gambling, because he doesn't know I can act. He doesn't know. But he's told everyone, no, that error role, which is one of the main roles. Remember, I'm the only artist in it that's not rapping. Every other
You're
artist,
just straight acting.
Every artist in it is rapping. I'm the only artist that's not rapping. So my role,
so you've not even leaned into what your strength was.
My role wasn't one of the rapper roles. It wasn't one of the artists. It was the main actor role.
Yeah.
So I'm with Roger, Adam. I remember Adam. So I've got love for Adam. Adam Deacon. Big up Adam. Big up Adam. Fuck Noel Clark. Big up Adam. I shouldn't say that. Yeah. But I remember I had them come out of the cinema, like, I don't care, Mike was the best actor in it, Tilly's was the same way. So our roles were different to the artist roles. Does that make sense? So even when it came to the casting process and all that, man had say, and all, the whole thing going through was heavily influenced by man, bro. A lot, when you're seeing, extras that look like they can be there, they're my mates.
Yeah.
When they're on blocks that they shouldn't be on, if man ain't there, then they can't stand them. Like, humbly. Like, this is what was going on these times. So I felt like they took a lot and didn't give back as much as they took. Even getting paid. How many people even get paid, bro?
Would you act again?
I've had, I would, but again, it goes back to the whole thing. This is one of the reasons why I was like, fuck Luke, if I'm honest. Because after it was like, I remember one of the things he turned around and said, listen, I need to, you need an agent. You need an agent, you need to do this, you need to do that. And his sister come to see me. And then his sister, this is exactly what his sister said to me. His sister said to me, she looks at the wall. And she went, you can act better than every last person on this wall, but they all have training. So I'm going to have to put them up for stuff first. Now in hindsight, I didn't really pre that at the time. But in hindsight, that's really saying, go fuck yourself. Do you get it? So like, it was like they took what they took from us. They took the rawness. Like I told you, how I got that. Bro, when I went to the casting, I remember I've gone in there, blood. I'm strapped. I remember I was strapped to the casting. I was strapped, I had my vest on. They've called me and I don't know what I'm doing here. And they've called me in. And I remember I've gone in the room and one of my youths was with me, used to work for me. And they've turned around to me and gone, he's gone to, and I'm walking down the corridor, and there always people shouting, screaming. And they're going for the bad guy role. And it's a couple of rappers were in, I'm not going to say their names. A couple of South rappers, big names. And like, they were shouting. Like, yo, fucking yeah. I said, bro, what are they going for? The same role? I was like, yeah. So why are they shouting so much? All right, cool. So we got in the room. He's like, okay. And he turned up and said, listen, I really want to give you this role, but I need to convince all these people. But at least I don't really care neither. Like, you're saying this to me, but at the time I don't really care. Like, yeah, cool. I don't really care about the role. But he's really, really, I can see he's got a bit of paper in his hand. But he's not. I've got to convince you. All right, cool. But I know in my head, whatever you phone me for, that's what I'm giving you, bro. I don't know what else you're looking for. Like, I'm not going to tell you the Hamlet now. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. But like, all right, cool, I'm hearing you, but let me scan the room, innit? He got in the room there, he turned around to me, he said he goes to me, I need you to imagine that this kid owes you money. And later on, I found out this was actually one of the scenes in the film, in the thing. Yeah. Which even when it came to that scene, I definitely didn't do it like this. But he goes, imagine this kid owes you money and you're going to threaten his grandma. All right, cool. But I said, for starters, this kid does owe me money though. Like, he does actually. My biblical bedroom is there. So I'm saying, yo, for starters, he actually, how much did he owe me? $6. He owes me $5 now. Now he owes me $5, like, yeah, you can do it. So he's got a guy, I can't hear all this screaming and shouting outside. So I'm going, all right, cool. The money, you got the money, innit? So they're all looking around, is you sure that? Yeah, that's all. The money. When you get the money, bro, like, yeah. You still live with grandma, don't you? You still with granny? I like granny. Granny's alright, man. I'd hate to have to come check granny, though. Hate to check granny, because I used to like her. I should have cooked for them. Well, guess what? I know you're a good kid. You're a good kid. I know you got that.
That's it. It's yours. Because you're not doing too much. I heard someone else talk about that as well, like positioning their role different. I think in Kano did something similar with Sully.
See it with Kano. He didn't play Sully. I'm like, is this the same guy? There must be elements of this guy in here.
You're doing it too well.
You must, like...
Your psyche.
There has to be, because when they call me for Errol, they knew there was parts of me in Errol, bro. Like, they knew this. Like, I'm listening to my, like, one of the things I used to say with Errol, and the funny thing about this, is when they call me for the role, I used to have to get them to downplay it a lot. Like, I used to listen to, like, stuff they would do. I say, bro, why is he going to do that to a bunch of kids?
It's too much.
So a lot of the time I was bringing it down.
Making it more realistic.
One of the things I used to use, one of the ethoses, was actually ethos, it was something Blue said to me one time, because you know Blue's a maniac. Blue, Tottenham Blue. Blue said, well, as good as I do things bad, I do things good. And I took that mantra into that role, because that was the mantra for Errol. As good as he does things bad, he does things good. So, and that was always kind of like what I was trying to get across with that role, you get me? So most of the time they want their idea of in that world is that. So when you say, when my man done that with Sully, if he doesn't do that, none of that works, bro.
No.
None of it works. Like, I'll be real with you, him and Jack were the best thing in it.
Oh, Jax,
The girl's
yeah.
cold, She's fucking cold, bro.
She is.
She's cold. And the funny thing, if she ever watches this, I'll tell you, about 5 years, when I get the budget for one of them comics, Nancy, I'm coming for her, bro.
Yeah.
She definitely playing Nancy.
Very talented.
Definitely playing Nancy.
Yeah.
But no, so I think if he doesn't do that.
The character.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
If I ever get
can see it.
If I ever get that comic out of here and I get that budget,
Yeah.
I'm telling her, phone her first.
I like that.
Yeah, if he doesn't do that, it doesn't work. And he plays Sully cold.
Very gripping.
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
So, Mike, what's next for you?
I don't know. Stay out of trouble, I guess. Nah, just fucking a sponsorship. No. Just really just to fucking just keep. No, do you know what? Like I said to you before, I could go into all the things that I intend to do.
You've given us enough. We've got Dead Streets, we've got the Watches.
Ultimately, just keep on creating. Keep on making more than we're spending. And then find your niche. And at some point, like I said, I do want to kind of, like I said, with Dead Street stuff, I'm going to start doing more. Next year is going to be kind of, I want it to be more the giving back, more involvement, more, I want to start looking for young artists. The part with Dead Streets, at least 25% is going to go back into being reinvested.
I was going to get into that last,
so that's these are all the things.
To support creatives.
Even just other things I want to, I'm actually now started doing some courses so I can go into teaching within the next 5. So I'm doing art history at the moment. I'm going to be doing philosophy, art history.
Philosophy. Who's your favourite philosopher?
Ancient or now?
Both. Give me both.
From antiquity, it would have to be Socrates, obviously, because without Socrates, you don't get Plato or Aristotle. And then, but then in saying that, no, you got Socrates as the original, but I think the most important philosopher is not a philosopher, it's probably Marcus Aurelius.
Right.
You know Marcus Aurelius?
No, I don't.
Meditation, you've seen the book Meditations? So Marcus Aurelius was, I actually gave it to Spray one time in the book. I don't think you ever read it. Marcus Aurelius was called the last of the good Roman emperors. And basically,
yes, yeah.
He had a notebook that he used to write every day. This is the most powerful man in the world. And he used to write this notebook, and it's called his Meditations. And they found it after his death. But basically, Marcus Aurelius was often just taking parts from all the philosophers that he liked. And one of the main was obviously Socrates. They had Socrates, Aristotle, and Plato were the main. And without Aristotle, you don't get Alexander the Great, which you don't get. So there's so much, like, even at that time, where we could take Diomedes, I just think that I like to listen to philosophy from transatlantic slavery. That was the other thing as well when I made that video. People are fucking idiots, bro. Man, like, what is wrong with people, bro? So the 4 comments I kept seeing underneath it was, yeah, but English didn't start slavery. I said, is this what you are going to say to me after I've just given you the information that English, like how, like, is this where we are that we need, like, of course, like, why do I even have to, like, what?
And this is why I said not everything you're invited to, you need to attend.
Because anyway, yeah, so, but I think prior to the transatlantic slave trade, philosophy-wise, I like listening to because their perspective on society. Like if you ever listen to Plato's Republica, have you ever heard of Plato's Republica?
Yep, I have.
When they describe cities that don't work, they're describing the ones we live in.
Currently.
Yes.
Today.
Yeah. So like when you hear their perspective, then even when you taking when this mad. I found it like I was being it's funny. But I was sitting in sauna, chat to people. We have 101 debates and conversations, and you say, right, this is what Socrates was doing, just walking around Rome, just chatting shit. I mean, walking around Athens, just chatting shit. Like, but doing it with an open mind and doing it with trying to get information back. So I think antiquity, I prefer antiquity because I think it comes from and also the concept of race was different then.
It wasn't a social construct.
The people of the darker hue were more appreciated than the people of the lighter hue then. They were seen as happier. I mean, I think it was Plato that actually had a writing on the different hues. It wasn't called colour then, it's called different hues of humans and what they do. Then if you go into modern, of recent, it would have to be Carl Jung.
Never heard of Carl Jung.
He was basically a student of Freud, but that's of recent. Freud was a bit of a madman. Yeah, he's a bit of a madman. Freud thought everything was about you want to sleep with your mother. There's a few others, obviously. There's a few others, but more. I think when you get to more of present, you're leaning more into writers and more people in literature, I guess. Like you're kind of Orwells and Poes and people like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm a nerd, too.
Yeah, cool nerd.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Full-blown nerd. And that's why sometimes it's funny when you're in the space and when you're trying to talk to the people, you're thinking, you lot are now trying to argue with what's not even relevant in this scenario. What the fuck is wrong with us, bro? It's mad, bro.
Don't engage.
No, but I'm saying that's even as a result of when I'm making videos like that, when you're saying, when you're trying to give context. Because even when I made a video like that, I'm trying to say, either which way, I don't care about this. Not like that, like I don't care. Like it doesn't make no difference to man's life because I understand what this is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say this on it and then, this is the attack. This is crazy. And here's another thing. It's hard being black now, bro. Because I'm telling you this, what I saw the other day, and I already know this, we got to be careful because everybody is trying to shut us up and we don't realize it's being done. So when I even come out the other day and I said, the amount of Asian or Turkish people that I had trying to fight me, I'm saying,
I remember.
So all I'm trying to say is that our situation was different to yours. And this is you lot's reaction.
It's not to put less than, to make yours less than. I'm just saying this is...
I didn't say nothing about no one. I didn't have none of that on my mind.
No.
Now, maybe 10 years ago, I might have said it that way. But I don't, because I know, I learned how can I put it? Like, we don't talk unless we know. So the emotions that you lot are going through, I've had them. When you lot just worked out and looking around you now thinking, wow, this is hard and they all seem to be doing all right. And because it could start where an Asian or a family that you don't deem to be that clever, but they've got more money. You see that 100 times, it might get pissed off a little bit. So I get what you're going through. I get what you're going through where, they call you your brother, but you couldn't go to be with their sister. I get it. I know why you're angry. But there's no point of being angry. It's part of life. And the fact that they don't, what I more picked up in that scenario was, I'm saying to myself, the cultures we're talking don't even know this. So when I'm saying to us, there's one where I popped up and say, Turkey's in the EU, and my pride, no, they're not, they're the better Turks. Right, okay, let me clarify for you. Not that EU, let me break down. Why you lot don't even know where you got money. So the young guy who's with the man kicking around, with your blood and all that, you don't know where you got a factory. Crazy. You just think your parents work harder than us. Crazy. So you must think our parents are bums then.
I saw a lot of words like lazy.
Yeah, like you must think.
Excuses.
And this is what the man not realize is happening. And I've understood this for a year. Am I lying, bro? I've understood this for years. And I'll be real with you, I was the one with the man them say, I don't get food off them, man. I don't. Why? Because I don't. Like, I was like that early. I see this early. I'd sit and have a conversation with a man and say, where you from? Because I know my history. I know philosophy. I love, like, I could tell you the difference between that one and that one. I could tell you the difference between the Greek, I could tell you the difference between Turk, I could tell you the difference between the Albanian, I could tell you the difference between Kurd. I could tell you the difference between Cypriot, Greek, I know them. And no, everyone's not the same. It's not a white and black thing. Everybody's not the same. Every Indian's not the same. The Sikhs are not the same as the... No one's the same.
Yeah.
So
And even within those cultures,
that's my point.
people are not the same.
They're not the same.
Yeah.
Some are more adhered to... Like, if I said it to Spray one time, if I was going to be religious, I'd probably be Buddha. I'd probably be Buddha if I was going to be religious. You get it? Like, and predominantly, how many black Buddhas do you see? None. So it's not a race thing. It's a people thing. It's a culture thing. And some cultures, they have a perspective, but they don't say it. You have to dig a little bit. But they're the ones who hang out with you and all that. They're the ones who drive your cars, live in your areas, wear the clean clothes you wear. But you're my bro. But when he leaves you, he's going, yo, his bro to his brethren. But he's going to his factory or his shop or his house or his family stability. Like, even just making a man know. One time I was in the gym with a set of youths.
I remember.
And I said to a man, we was trying to, I think it was Albanian, not Albanian, because Albanian is a whole different style. They're my dogs. He was Armenian, I think, or Armenian, sorry. And he was having a conversation. I was explaining to him, like, bro, do you know, even just having your family line broken, like, we can go back to, like, 3 generations, maybe, at best. Maybe 4 as a stretch. But I said, do you know the disadvantage of you just having your line broken, bro? And he kind of talked, he came back to me the next day, I never forget this, came back to me the next day, look how real you. Like, Mike, you're right, you know. I never thought about it, but I went back and I spoke to my dad. This is like, look at Armenian you. So I went back and spoke to my dad and, you're right, you know. And I thought about, imagine if my family line was broken. Because our thing comes from, I can trace my thing back to the village. The
village. And yeah.
And he said, imagine if my thing was broken. I said, yeah, I get it, Mike. So I said, now, think every West Indian person you know, they're coming from a broken line. No matter where they're coming from. We know about 4 generations, but anything pre-slavery, we got no idea. And even when you go into Africa and those who weren't slave, the interruption's still there. They're still starting, everyone's still starting from scratch. So no matter what you want to work, it's no matter good, bad, or indifferent, we're starting from scratch. It's simple mathematics. So when other cultures do this, we worked it out the mud. You can work it out the mud if you have a stable home.
You've got a foundation. Yeah,
you go to school.
Foundation, yeah.
Like these little simple, everyone's pretending that ain't there. Or it's also, well, you lot just like that, innit? So we just like that. So it's that digging out those racial. But when I put that video up the other day, I saw that. And I'm like, this is why it's going to be so difficult in this climate to do anything now. Because they just want us to be jigaboos. We are merely just their entertainment.
I can't believe you said jigaboo.
No, we are merely just people's entertainment. Like, they want us to, and these are the same people, when the youths opping and doing all the chef and all that, it's the same set of, and it's not a race, it's not a particular race, it's a type of human being.
Yeah.
These are the same type. There's underneath all the comments about like, we are entertainment, bro. I'm not entertainment, bro.
Not
when
fodder.
I do them things, that's what I'm doing there. So when they came back the next day, I was glad to come back with the info. I'm not you lot, bro. Like, I'm not him. So when I say, like, so you lot can do that, my fight's with you, like, with this energy. I'm not even talking to my people. Because my people are my people. My people, I'm talking to you lot. I need you lot to know that some of us ain't stupid. Because the other ones, or not some of us, some of us got the info that you pretend doesn't exist. Stupid is the wrong word, because it's got nothing to do with it.
Not informed.
Some of us have got the information, and take pride in learning, because that's the difference with man. So I don't.
I think for me, I like how you removed the emotion, because sometimes people get so caught up in the emotion of the delivery that they can't hear the message.
Well, if you know the message is clear, you don't need the emotion. If the truth doesn't change, that's my strong belief. And over the last couple of years of my life, I started to live in more in that space. If a truth is a truth. So if we're dealing with something like that, if it's the truth is going to do enough to upset people. And the truth is even deeper and darker than that. If that upsets you, if this has got your back up, because ultimately all it is people think you're taking away from whatever they've achieved. When you're actually not. You're literally just saying like, because no one's heard us. Like the truth is, no one's actually heard us prior to slavery. Not here anyway. Well, generally not worldwide, but especially here, we haven't been heard after slavery, ever. Like, and then you got the other lot that start doing stuff like, let's not divide the Asian community. Well, but our parents bought houses. Why haven't, like there was one guy popped off my Instagram today with some monologue about, well, this shouldn't stop us from investing into and then someone's tried to comment underneath. I said, listen, ignore him. Then he said, I said, look at my Insta a minute ago. He said, oh, another monologue of, now you feel silly. Well, did it? I said, I sent a hand. Because you're exactly who I don't, like some fucking, who's had the right information, who's read the right books, got the right programs, does some trading. Now he's telling everyone it's about everyone can work hard. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Because you're who we're not talking to. What we're talking to is the youths who don't know what you know, bro. Who are just living in this environment of thinking that this is cool, thinking this is the norm, thinking that, believing that they're in that situation because they don't know how to work as hard as everybody else. That's who I'm talking to, bro. Not you fucking idiot. So I think if you know the truth, you can take your emotions out of it.
Before we wrap up, I wanted to know, what do you think young people can do to kind of advance their self?
Just learn.
Outside of all this noise that's going on.
Just learn, bro. Just pay attention. Just learn. I wish I could tell people, just learn, bro. I enjoy learning, so it's not a difficult thing for man. But I can tell you, when you stop thinking you know everything and start acting like you know nothing, the world's a different place, bro. And I think that's what I think when I make videos like that, that's why people get me fucked up. Just because I act like I don't know nothing. Don't get us fucked up, bro. And that's the problem as well. We're in an environment, anyone who knows half of anything about anything.
They're experts.
Oh, for fuck's
They're
sake.
SMEs all of a sudden.
No, they're sitting down giving you life advice. They're telling you, bro, I talked to my baby mother about something. My baby mother's studying psychology right now. I'm about to go study with them. We have conversations about our vocations, not people. Do you get it? So if you're really who the fuck you say you are, you're discussing your vocation, not people and things. What did was it Roosevelt's wife say? It was, silly people discuss other people.
Small-minded people
discuss current affairs. And wise people discuss nothing. Discuss creation.
They're doing. Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's what I'd say to them. I say to them, just learn, or not even if it's not learn more, just look more, take time, observe more, take in more,
analyze.
Just do that more, bro. That's what I would say to these lot right now, because we're living in a time that's warranted.
Don't be quick to respond, man.
Yeah.
Take the meat, leave the bones.
Yeah, that would be my thing. Like, I think, and we're too quick to want to do without information. I think that's one of our biggest flaws in our culture. Everyone does stuff without, it's like, even like this game, the podcast game. Everyone started thinking they could do podcasts, didn't they? But not understanding the work, the consistency, the basics.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Mike, thank you so much. I hope it didn't feel like a rollout of all the...
Nah, man. In the end, it was just what it is, bro. So I'm going to come here and talk to Trina. I'm not going to be talking to no one else for the rest of the year anyway, so...
Blessings. So, we've come to a part of the show where our previous guest asks us ask the current guest the question, and your question comes from Kelso.
All right, boom. Question from at GLC. When are we getting the next behind bars? We need it. We need it still.
I do want to next year. I do want to be more like I have to be. So I'm just I'm trying to just figure out my route. I want to do more something. Like I've been planning to even like the man Spray will tell you, bro. You're not gonna do the podcast. You say you're gonna do it, but you know that. No, I'm gonna do it. So when I started doing the little clips from my house, that was kind of like my way of like saying, okay, once a week. Cause I was like doing this thing where I said once a week, I'm gonna turn on the camera, set up 2 cameras, 2 iPhones, keep it dead simple. No editing, just record, lift the bits I want to lift, and get into the habit of sitting down and recording something every week.
Yeah.
So I did say like I want to start doing more like, but then I want to finish what I've started so I can I want to do a whole heap of run around to cons and festivals next year, but I want to be filming from Comic Con, from AnyCon, from HatCon, from Digi. I want to be doing all of that and filming and bringing our world into it.
Did you do the superhero, like the rapper superheroes comic? No. I'm sure I've seen some rapper superhero comic.
You know, there's a few guys doing their thing. Big up, I can't remember who it is again. He does, there's a few black guys that do black comic stuff, and they're decent. I do kind of think like, you have a lot of like, it's not even like I think comics is a raceless medium. I do think. In other words, like comics speak for themselves. X-Men, that was based around the civil rights movement, you know that? Yeah. Stan Lee was with us.
Yeah.
DC were not. They were racist, hence why they had Superman and Batman, but why they make less money than Marvel. The world of creation, I don't think it needs... No, it's hard to explain. I hate black comics.
Okay.
I hate when not that I hate black comics, but it's always like, I don't know, the artwork's too, it's too, let's get a Superman, but make him an Egyptian god and call him Ra. Like, do you understand?
Yeah, I get you.
It's too cliche. Like, comics, like for instance, when we're writing Oliver Twist, Nancy's African. Her family's African. They now live in London.
Yeah.
She wants to go back to Africa. But this is not Oliver Twist story. Do you get it? Like, this doesn't need to be spoken. It needs to be, you write because you want to express your narrative. So I do think a lot of time when we do black comics, they get a bit like...
too cliche.
Yeah, a bit black. But yeah, no. So next year I want to do more of that. So I'm thinking, Trine, you have to come to a couple of the...
I'm down. I might
even get to host some.
Well, I'm here. I'm up for hosting. I did my first... Free the guys. I did my first prison.
Is it? Where was you?
I was in Coldley. Is it Coldley? Woking.
Oh, is it?
Coldley.
Oh, you're in Coldley?
Yeah.
Is it? What you got there?
Free toner. Sorry.
That's what you do.
Black History Month, I went and did a talk. And shout out Kojo and some of the other guys there. Free you guys, man. And thank you for your hospitality. I even tasted pizza out there. They cooked pizza for me and cheesecake and that.
That's cool. Well, it's even just to know that you kind of getting around. And it's people like, sometimes you hear people going to these prisons, you're thinking, why are you going in there, bro?
No, do you know what? It was such an experience for me, and I don't really share about my childhood that much, but I used to go every Saturday. I had to go out there a kid.
Was he dead?
No.
Oh, your mum?
Yeah.
Oh.
So go in there. Like, I've been there in a different capacity as well. So I used to manage job centres. So I used to have prison advisors that were based in prisons.
Yeah.
So I used to have to go and do their one-to-ones and that. Yeah. So like Brixton, Thameside.
Well, when they're coming out and all that.
That's my stuff. I used to do all of that, set up their benefits and that.
Man.
Right.
No, I feel like I got like which accommodation? Where?
Yeah.
There was never accommodation on the way
So
out.
no,
though, bro.
my staff just set up the benefits. So if you needed like job
Yeah, that
seekers
would be
allowance
so-
and
that'd
that,
be so,
they
yeah.
did all of that with your national insurance number and that, and then you'd have like resettlement, but that weren't us. That was like other.
Yeah, now that part was
people.
always sorted. You always got your gyro as soon as you stepped
Yeah,
out.
they
It
were.
was the yard they was lying about. Like, I
Yeah.
want to know who told me. I just go to the council because it's not going like that,
Yeah,
bro.
that weren't my
You know,
staff.
like,
Big
it
up
was
my
never
ex
going like
staff.
You know,
That's
would you told me that I got to go like that? It never went like that. Yeah, whoever went with me, I didn't get this. Yo, you know, you used to get the light. You know, you used to say, hey, come. You go to the office and the woman's. Yo, bro, it never went like that, bro.
Yeah.
Ever. No, I never.
No,
even,
she's on
let
job.
alone support worker. They didn't even like me. Like, let's forget all that.
She's on job. Like she's on job. She's on
Where's
job.
your east?
Yeah.
On the way. Yeah, but that's different. The girls are easier though, isn't it?
No, but I worked with guys.
No, but I say, was it easier for the girls though to get the girls' accommodation? No.
Mm.
You just have to know the law.
Yeah, no, my lot gave up. Whoever was working with me, they said, fuck this guy. Like, they just was chatting shit to me in reception. That's what I think. I just think they wanted to chat shit to me in reception and just...
So yeah, so I had staff. So I've gone in as a kid on visits, then I've gone in as managing staff, and then now I've gone in to give a talk. So yeah, it's been a... But yeah, they were so
But
nice.
that's- and
They
that's
were
good.
so nice to me.
Yeah, but they will. But I think also, you actually have something to give back. Some people do these things. They don't actually have anything to give back, bro.
They were taken back. They couldn't even believe my story. They didn't even think I was a rapper. I bust 16 bars for them in there. They couldn't believe it. The place went mad.
You know, sneakily, you know? Like, you see when I'm talking, and you see when I say certain stuff, she's thinking, yeah, but you're not better than me, though. Like, you know, like, you know, like, I'm rude with my thing, you know? Like, I'm rude with it. Why are you doing that? You wouldn't do that to your brother, so why are you doing no?
But yeah,
No,
man.
but you wouldn't say spray rap now, would you?
No, but he can rap. I can't.
It was such a insightful visit.
Was it like an arrival moment?
I don't know if it was a rival,
Like feeling like, you know, after...
it just felt full circle-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
felt full circle. And I think what really got me that day was like about 80% of the men in there were dads.
Mm.
And we were talking about one gentleman, shout you out, he asked about how he could build a relationship because he's been away. And there was a guy that's supposed to be an expert in it and shout him out as well. But I was just saying to him, like, don't ever let anyone make you feel like you being a father doesn't count. Like, you're always going to be a dad and you must always show
So
up.
he doesn't get on with the baby mother.
It's just hard to form that relationship, innit? Because there's a gap there.
Yeah.
You know, when there's a gap, kids, like, at a certain age, kids don't want to hear your
No,
wisdom.
I kind of go through that with my daughter, if I'm honest. Me and my daughter don't have a relationship
Yeah.
at all. Tried a few times, it just doesn't work. And it is because there's that gap.
Yeah. And like what I said to them that day was, don't ever give up. Because I've been the kid.
Mm.
I've been the kid that, like, when I was 16, I don't want to hear your advice. I just want money. That's all. I just wanted money. So you come in and trying to tell me stuff. I was raised by my grandma. I don't need values and that.
Yeah.
Like, I need money right now. But actually, I need more than that. But as a kid, you don't know what you need.
Yeah.
So it's more about being consistent and being
Having to
present.
stick it out,
Sticking
basically.
it out.
Yeah,
Like, when the door
yeah.
shuts, you come back tomorrow.
I don't know, maybe I should listen to that advice myself. I got to the point with my daughter, I was like, fuck, I can't do this all. It was a lot, but maybe.
Have to. And then, like, there's grandkids and stuff. So even with my dad, some things I swept under the carpet because I'm like, whatever. But turn up as a granddad. Make sure you're there. Because, like,
We say as
as a kid for me. So me and my dad didn't have like a mad
you lived
relationship
with your grandparents.
with my
didn't you?
grandparents. I had no parents. Like, my mum was around, my dad was around. They were all around, but they weren't in my house.
My mum was on badness. Obviously.
Yeah. And now I have to
You know what I'm
say
saying? There's nothing to say about your mum in prison. I think my mum nearly had me in prison, I think.
So Yeah, so it was mad.
The women, you know, when you come from the maddest thing, you know, when you come from the women with the worst, it's mental, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's the like.
That's why I am who I am today.
No, I know. Like my families are full of just, you know, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
My aunts, I was like, listen, when I was young, we come from a farm. My aunts were the ones. My mother and my aunts. I'd go get my mum and my aunts before I go get my dad. Like, I come from that family. It was just women.
Yeah.
My mum was a maniac. My aunt was a maniac. They were all maniac. My grandma was the worst maniac. like, well, we're talking with like,
yeah.
My mum was in prison about a few months before she had me. So you say your mum was there for most of your
in and out. Extensive.
And you know the worst thing? I think women then could just fully be on badness, you know.
Extensive.
And make money and be cool.
Like, so for me, like, loads of my decisions are based on how I was raised. Like, so I never dated certain guys because the police would kick off our door, tear up our sofas and do mad stuff and mash up the Versace, tear up this and do mad stuff.
You don't want to bring that back?
I don't want that in my... Like, so when I started dating, I made sure I couldn't talk to I couldn't have that in my life because that was traumatic as a kid.
No, but you know what? Irony, that's what made you.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know what? It's funny that, you know, it's really weird. And I think like, and it's kind of one of the things you see. Sometimes it's not always that way. But people that tend to often actually live shit, they've actually been through that shit. We're the ones who actually want totally different by the end of it. Or you know, you say about the art. For me, it's above most, it's sanctuary. When I wake up in the morning, I do my basics. I can't wait until the day that I can just sit back in front of my drawing board. I can't wait for the moment of my day when no one can't phone me. I can't wait.
Safe haven.
I can't wait for that. And you know, God, humbly, we make a good money a daytime. We do. I got workers or you know, people I work with. I'm saying, rah, I only accept money this time of the day, bro. I don't care how much it is. Like, I only accept money this time of the day. After that, I need my day.
Yeah.
I'm drawing pictures.
Yeah, you have to.
And I think, unless you actually come from chaos though, because I can remember being in care and sitting on a bus and dreaming of having a family. In real time. Like, we had this one bus that we didn't care. They used to put us on the bus with the wooden, you know, remember the wooden planks on the vans? We had one bus, had one window. And I used to fight for this one window to look out of it and dream of a family. I saw a dog, a mum and a dad.
With the door in the middle.
That was my dream as a youth. On this bus, in this care home. And even as I move on now and you move on in life, peace. Peace.
Priceless, you know?
Is all I want. And knowing that you haven't sometimes even got the head for peace or you crash out or whatever. So when you see anything that I'm doing, know that I'm thinking about and I say it to Spur all the time, like when I make videos, I say I'm fine with a video as long as I know I wasn't angry. Because if I know I was angry or I know my emotions drove that, I know it's going to piss me off. Regardless of whether it was right. Because you might make a video, you might say something, and everybody's agreeing with it. But in your soul, so the public won't even tell you that this isn't bringing you peace. So you have to find your own peace.
Find it. And you have to protect it. But
I do think us that have come from certain backgrounds, it's easier for us in that sense because we know what we don't. And it's children subconsciously, it was, I don't want that.
And then it makes me know what I'm capable of. So I stay far away from triggers.
All that when you're talking, I don't know how many people know about police raiding your mum's house and it's not for you. I don't know how many people know about that, bro.
It was mad stuff. Honestly, if we sat down there, we'd have stuff to talk about. You get me? Like, it's mad.
There's not one thing I ever done that I didn't see my mum. My mum would tell me I was doing it wrong. I've had times, bro, I swear on my life, bro. I swear, I've had times my mum saying, you're doing it like that?
Like,
fool.
The rest of this...
I can't believe. Bro, my mum, and what it was, my brother's, there's a little catalyst to this. My brother's dad was a guy called Ephron. my brother's dad.
Mm.
All you have to do is go back to Tottenham at that period of time and say the name Ephron. It kind of fills in the rest of the blanks. And it wasn't, no, I'm not. I ever saw next in a movie or a film that I didn't see first with all around my mother. You get it?
So yeah, that's why I kind of maneuver how I maneuver, and I like peace.
I get it.
I love it.
I get it. And it makes sense.
I love it. And I raise my kids that way as well. So that when people say, oh, you don't have your kids and that, I keep them away from certain things because I grew up in trauma.
Yeah.
Like, make no mistake about it. I grew up in trauma. And to not function in trauma takes a lot because it's easier. That's the default setting, to function in trauma.
Well, this is what they say. And they say that, I used to have one of my olders, big up Slimmers, love Slimmers, big up Slimmers. And he used to say to me all the time, like, this is a man who's seen life. He used to say to me all the time, one of the reasons he rates man so highly is because he's seen people go mad for less. He's seen people smoke crack for less. I've never smoked a Class A drug in my life. He's seen people do so much, give up to the world or for less. And to still be in that space. But that's where I think when you come from that background, it makes either or. Like, you're either
all in,
gonna crash out to it,
yeah,
or you're gonna be something totally separate and then create children which are totally separate to that as well. I think often when you get people that have got bad children, which is not, they might not be out of your power sometimes, you know how to say, but it's definitely within your power to say, I'll put you up for adoption, nigga. Like, you couldn't go.
I think that's why I rate my nanny so much because
I was about to say, my gran used to say that to me all the time. Never, don't beg for your kids' company. My gran used to tell me all the time. And I never understood it, but no, I get it. Because if you love somebody, if you genuinely care for somebody, it has fuck all to do with the company. And how much you need their company, how much you need them to like you. So I get that.
All the time. It's been such a rounded conversation. We've covered loads of stuff.
I forgot the cameras on, to be honest.
And we barely talked about music.
I forgot the cameras on. I'm not even talking like the camera. I'm talking like, you're here.
But I will say to you though, what's missing, I think, in this space. Do you remember your MTV raps?
Do you remember? Remember Bass first drop? That's what we're showing that age, bro. You know when you're showing your age, like when Craig David first dropped. You remember when Craig David dropped first? Like, yeah. Come on, dude, mate.
So, but you know,
I think we've got a whole room of people that don't know their age in it. No, it's all right, isn't it?
It's a nice aesthetic in here. But what I will say to you, I feel like what's missing, and you could possibly do it like with different things. Like if you were sitting down and talking to people, and I'm trying to remember who it was. Was it Rap City or something like that? Something like that would be really nice. And you can do it with art. You could do it with.
At some point, me and Jazzy had this. Jazzy hit me up not too long ago. Where obviously, you know Jazzy, the comedian, Another Hoods.
Yeah.
No, well, and he hit me up with a distribution company idea, digital distribution company, and I kind of got, because I'm still with a guy over at Just Jam, who's over at Warner, a guy called Max, big up Max. So all my music, that music gets distributed for them. And I kind of phoned him, said he's kind of said to me for a little, like a lot of these subsidiary situations that these, I call them the house niggas have got. I know I shouldn't say that, but the house Negro situation, they got the subsidiary where they've got a major record label that's distributing them, and all they got to do is bring the good old kids that are killing themselves over there. So all those situations that they got, I don't say their names, they're Joe. But he kind of offered me something like that. We kind of said, like, listen, when you want to, if you ever want to do this, this is what we would do. And I've kind of been thinking about it for a while. So Jazzy hit me up the other day and I said, if I'm going to do that, I would rather make something that I'm not going to make any money off of, because I think that's the only way that I could be in that space. In other words, like, most of what these A&Rs and the House Negro guys do for these kids is basically give them access to things that should no longer need access. Does this make sense? For me to distribute you and get you out there the same way a record label should, and because I'm your manager, that should no longer exist, bro. Technology doesn't even warrant that no more.
No.
But
It's just an extra layer.
But this
now
is what
that's
they're doing
removed.
to manipulate these kids and then saying they're businessmen and talking about A&Rs and subsidiaries and all that. All they're doing is saving who's ever at the label the trip to the youth's house. That's it. So I'm tired of that scenario. So I've said to myself, if we're going to do this, I'd rather the setup. In my head, I want something where a youth could get his song on his phone and in 2 clicks, it's distributed in the same way he would if he was with that distributor. That's it. And he receives his royalties and his payouts the same way.
Directly.
It's just nice and clean and simple.
There's some, I can't remember what it's called, but I saw is it Jammer, JME and Scorcher, and there's something like that going on now. I don't want to...
They should be. And if
there's
there was,
something right now that I'm seeing.
I'd fully support that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
The middleman needs to be cut out now. Then there shouldn't be no middleman left. If a youth wants to distribute his own music, it should be him and a click of a button. Now, obviously, you have like the tune cores and what's the one, Dittos and all the others. But they're still kind of geared towards like a mass. Like we can release you mass. No, something where you can kind of just still have access to everything that you should still have access to if you're willing. Like if you're a computer programmer, as well as you know how to computer program is as much as you're going to be able to achieve.
Yeah.
That should be happening in music distribution. As much as you go and learn how to distribute your music, you should be able to achieve that. There shouldn't be situations in front of that that are going to hinder you and stop you because now you need somebody else. Because it doesn't happen in all music. It's only in ours. This predatory thing, it's only here. The platforms, the video guy, all the cameramen that are now multi-millionaires. Because we had a whole generation of kids with cameras that are millionaires now. And we've had a whole generation of man that started out bringing coffee for my man that's over at Warner. Now he's our head A&R. Like,
and the artists are still struggling.
That was supposed to be gone ages ago. But the fact it's still here and it doesn't happen in other genres is crazy to me.
You need to just remove some of the layers.
They shouldn't even be here. The technology doesn't warrant it no more.
Yeah.
You get it? Like when I put kids out and made them sell CDs, it's because that's what the technology warranted.
Yeah.
And I used to say to them all the time, like, the industry's coming back for its thing. But there's other, like I said, there's nuances again. It's about information. There's a thing where, I don't know if you know about the whole digital distribution where we almost had it back, bro. When the whole CD thing was about it wasn't really about selling CDs, but it was about claiming parts of the industry back. So after vinyl, we get CDs.
Yeah. So
vinyl was a time where, we're talking dub plate days, you can hold your margins. So if I can afford to press 1,000 vinyls, I can sell these vinyls and I can make my profit. Or if you're with a major label, they can do their bandolios, get the people. There was still a profit to be made in vinyl.
Yeah.
CDs came. Now the profit, we can make our own profit.
Yeah, yeah.
So as soon as CDs hit, I remember the first day, one of my brothers to tell you, I remember I gave my street team the first 100, they phoned me in an hour, said, gone. I bought 3 burners that day, 3 5-stacks, £600 a piece that day.
I think Judge did something similar as well.
Judge did tell what we was there. Judge can make, come on, Judge knows.
I think I know.
Judge knows that he was, of all the man then, PDC were the only ones who really picked up properly, and I can say that I can think they got it. Because I'm looking around thinking, who's getting this? I mean, I can say Judge got it. So like, big up Judge.
All day.
Yeah, big up Judge, I'm on a few real ones. So like, but that period of time, so when the CDs came, it was like, all right, cool, this can happen. And for me, it was just leveraging fame, because this was the first time he was all famous. And I just thought, most of you lot are scared to come outside. So as most of you lot are scared to come outside, because now, when we all got famous, it was new to us all. And a lot of people, a bit shaky.
How was that though? Because living the lifestyle that you were living, and then now being a face.
It didn't make sense. Back then it was fucked. Back then the fame thing was all a bit. But if you, like I said, if you look at the industry runners now, we're all from the YouTube generation, bro. Like, who are the biggest names now? It's still Skepta and Wiley. You got the kids that came after. But I call them the killing each other generation. So you've got the kids that came through on the killing each other generation. But then the generation, the big names before that, it's still us, not bro.
Yeah,
It's still the Channel U lot.
Yeah.
Still Skepta, still the Skepta. Wiley, still Wiley. Lethal B, still Lethal B. Like, it's not changed. So that level of fame that we all experienced at that, I remember, you know, Letter to My Girlfriend was what it was. I'm not power off the number one spot there. So that level of fame we all got, it was crazy at first. I remember going Nottingham and I had to, like, I'm getting chased by young girls through the town. That's how bad it got them times there. And I had Letter to My Girlfriend, so I've got my top off and I'm doing all kind of mad shit. First, you know,
with the cane rolls.
doing my thing. I had a full set of hair. I'm looking, but like, so that level of fame we had. But for me, I just said, yo, I can leverage this. And a lot of people got scared. A lot of people stopped coming outside, started looking at the floor as a general place of where their eyes go. A lot of artists did that. And then what you had is like, then the street artists came. And that's more where I started to fight. 'Cause remember, I'm before. So I'm when there's nothing like us. It's just me, Sincere.
Oh my gosh, Sincere.
Yes, it's me.
Lizzie's.
Yeah. So it was just, and that's man's little man. Yeah, me, that was man's little man. And I'm being a dick. So, but so them times there was nothing going on. Nothing going on. So YouTube channel comes, and again, it's still a bit like, still really nothing going on, bro. So if you clock when I put out Letter to My Girlfriend, and I shot that Letter to My Girlfriend that way purposely as well. Because at YouTube, we had the grind came. I'm not hanging out with these lot. I know it sounds bad now, hindsight, no disrespect, but we all know what we was on back then. I'm saying I'm not hanging out with these. I don't want no part of that. And there weren't really no rappers. Clash came.
Big up Kalashnikov.
Big up Kalashnikov. But again, he didn't really hang out with the man. He wasn't like
Terra Firma.
They wasn't really like man.
It was different. Yeah,
they
it was different.
More still rap kind of, and you had a lot of people don't know that my first introduction into the rap industry, I came in it splashing a holy Pado, bro. Big up Osh, big up my brother Osh all day, Brazen Entertainment. So that period of time, there wasn't nothing like, man. When I first came, I came in with a guy that, we had an office in Old Street. The first time anyone ever met me, we had a whole office block in Old Street. I met a guy who owned a telesales company. And I just come out, after my mum died, I come out of jail. And I ended up going out with this girl that was a model, and that's how I get the agency. It was the girl that fucking had Tyrese's baby. I was 27 in Jersey. So, but I met a guy called Osh who owned a telesales company. And he wanted to invest some money into music, but he didn't know what to do. And he came to man and he invested heavily into a lot of us. And that's how I started the agency, and that's how we started the company. So at that period of time, there's like nothing going on. There's no urban music. There's no Glamour Kid is the closest thing
Big
to
up Isle, man.
Big up Glamour. I think we said this over there, innit?
Yeah.
Big up Glamour, man. I don't know if people realise it. I was saying it, who did I say this to? I said this to Maxwell as well. There are certain people that when they came were like beacons of hope.
Yeah, but the industry really did him bad.
I was there when he was going off his head. He went out with my ex for a while. He went out with one girl called Candice, and she was a little demon as well. She was a little demon, so the fact he was with her, I know she was just killing his head. But yeah. But he was one of the first, and he was one of the first I see that I could say, yeah, this thing don't work. At all. Because we'd never seen nothing like that. When Moschino come out, we'd never seen nothing like that.
Big up Bronze and Black as well. Because he was part of
Was we having that conversation, innit?
Yeah.
Big up Bronze, big up Blacks, my fucking brother. And I love Blacks, you know, when I started making the watches.
They were Glamour Guard, innit?
Oh, God, my niggas, them, you know. Glamour Guard, so, you know. Remember them times they were coming, I'm in D&K, so they came down from like Leighton, but them times D&K were like Glamour Guard, we had Poison, there was Jamal and big up Jamal and Lady Force. You remember Lady Force? Susan, Vanya, Keisha and all them. You don't remember? Big up Keisha, big up Susan, big up Vanya. That sounds like that, yeah, Glamour Guard, big up Blacks, big up Bronze.
Yeah.
Pioneer. I said to you the other day, he don't get enough credit for what he's put in.
100%. Bronze is coming on here, you know.
Yeah, big him up every time.
Yeah.
You don't don't get enough credit
Blacks
for what he's done.
told me another couple months because he's got things going on.
Blacks don't do nothing, bro. Do you know what? I love Blacks. Like, he pops out the woodwork. When I've done the watches, he's like, he's like, mate, boom, boom, boom. I think, well, when you come in outside, but he don't. But the funny thing is, he's a co-producer. A lot of people don't even know.
100%. 100%. I met them when I was proper rapping, when I had fangs and that. Yeah, I had fangs.
When you was marketing,
I was kitty, like
Yeah, marketing.
fangs, mad stuff. I had talons, like, because I was kitty, innit?
Yeah.
Saint.
You had to find a market, basically. It's them times that we had to get some kind of... But this is the thing, this is what I go back to say, like, when YouTube came, that was the beauty of YouTube. Because up until that point, it was kind of that. Like,
You had to find something.
they were going to sit there and say, okay, what we going to do with you? I remember going to meetings, bro. Like, then time British rap was mad. Like, big up certain man, though. Big up, I said this to my brother, big up Force. A lot of people don't know about Force. First person I ever seen with British raps on TV. You had Caveman, you had Silver Bullet, you had before.
MCD.
Hijack, big up MCD, fucking, you know what funny thing, when we got, big up MCD. MCD, and everything I'm saying to you, MCD will back and support all of this. I remember one time I was with MCD, when we first, because he was brazen with me.
Okay.
When Osh went and come and grabbed us, he grabbed MCD first. There's an interview with me and MCD online, you know, have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, MCD said bad things. I'm just there looking like, hey, do you can, man. So my MCD was one
He made me feel like I weren't a rapper. I just want to add, like...
Yes. D was one of the coldest, but people don't know he was cold.
Yeah. We went to meet him one time in West London. And, like, because we were on... I said we had fangs and we was doing like proper thinking we're like American rappers. I'm coming on stage with biker boots and that.
Real quick, yeah.
And then I've gone there and the man's just proper rhyming.
No, D had it. Let me tell you that. This flow I've got, when I say birth of the flow, there's certain people that had certain things that I could say, oh, okay. D was one of them.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I created this thing. I remember coming out of jail, and at the time, you had like a few people that could rap properly. You had Black Twang.
Yeah.
You had London Posse, obviously Rodney and them.
Yeah.
But it was different to what man was doing. It wasn't even just so much a cadence. It wasn't even just so much a rap thing. It was a lifestyle thing as well.
Yeah, it was a lifestyle thing.
Like the life that man was living back then. I say this humbly, that the man weren't living like that. Do that make sense? Like the first time me and James ever bucked each other, he had a studio around the corner of my office. And we just made a tune with me, him and Kane, just because we was only living like that. Yeah. Like, just for the fuck of it. Yeah. You weren't seeing no rappers pull up in no... You just weren't going on. So a lot of what we were trying to get across was that. Like, so when D first bucked, man, D looked at me and I pulled it. I was with Tyrese's the gal at work. And we're outside the office. D's gone. And he was nuts like this. He'd be like, "Is that your girl? Is that your girl? You're doing all right." He's crazy, you know? And he would have been whole thing like, yo, no UK rappers ain't got no shit like that. He's nuts. But he was one of the first I heard that was like, that sounded like something that you could, like, and he could actually fucking rap, bro.
He made, like, seeing that guy that day, yeah. We met him before and then we've gone to link him on some rap stuff.
He loved it.
And I remember leaving there thinking, wow, you're not really a rapper.
Like, he could rap. He was one of the first that could rap.
Yeah, I thought, you know, like, you believe that you're...
Like, D was cold, man. D was... And I think when man first come along, and that's what I like, because what we came when me and D got together, if we get me, look at the interview online, and we had, what it was, big up Osh. Osh got this brazen company, he got me, D, and a few, but my thing was like, yeah, boom, I want to start doing my own thing, but he invested into it. But D was kind of with him. And it was like, he made me realise how unique it was what we was doing, because back then, you know, people are haters. But D's not a hater. So he'd always be very vocal in what his perspective of what he was seeing was. So he was one of the few people that would say, yo, your thing. And I like, and because back then no one was doing it, bro. No one didn't want man through the door. They didn't want nothing. But yeah, D was one of the first to say, yo, he had the cadence. And the cadence, the flow. Yeah, man took bits off D. Definitely took bits off D.
Small world. I met a guy called Dean. He's got a brand called Jacardi. And so when I interviewed him, I ended up finding out he used to do stuff with MCD as well. Like, they worked together for a long period of time.
If you was to go back in the early, and you know when people say to me, oh, mate, you don't get enough credit. I say, I'm all right. Because if you know how many I know that don't get nothing, bro, and they've done just as much or if not more than man, do you get it? MCD's one of them. MCD's one of them. MCD was one of them man back in the day that when that record exec, he wasn't not thinking fuck all about rap, saw him perform, they was thinking now,
Yeah.
maybe this rap thing can work.
Honestly. Well, you're doing stuff back then. Like, I remember Freddy Krueger used to come out with coffins and that. Do you remember them times?
Remember I done that show? Was you at that show?
I wasn't at that. I might have been.
Yo,
I might have
Freddie,
performed
big up
like that.
Freddie. I'm not too sure Freddie was ever happy about this though. I'll be real with you. Freddie, we done a show at Stratford Rex.
Yeah.
And I come out and it was the first time I said, yo, I can get a gal audience. It was cold. Nah, I won't even lie. I was like about 15, 16 or something. I can't remember how old it was. I come out and the gal screaming and I'm saying, yo, this is hard. And Kruger, I don't think Kruger was too happy about that. But Kruger put man on back in the day, bare things. He was one of the, he was another one that was moving.
Yeah, Freddie was doing stuff. But I was doing, it's weird because like, we didn't have notoriety, but people that was in and around that time knew who we were at the time.
That's all you could ask for back then.
Yeah. Like, that's how I
all you
made
could
all
ask
these
for.
connections, like bronze, black.
All
Like,
you could
that's
ask
how,
for back then was being known on the scene that you chose to be in.
Yeah.
You can ask for no more. Like, the public knowing you was like a myth. Like, that didn't come to YouTube. I told you
come on,
sometimes.
man. I was doing Hippodrome, Equinox, all the Choice of M stuff. Like, I'm on the same stage.
I forget this is Tina. She's taking me. You see where she just started stepping? This is a whole other show.
I know, we got to
Like,
wrap up. They're looking at the time.
Big up 279.
279.
Big up fucking 279. See that guy
Commander B
there?
as well, still.
Big up 279.
Yeah.
Listen, he was one of the first back in the day, yeah. Because there was this thing with me as
The
well. Like, I was
numbers.
trouble. Like, apparently I was trouble. Apparently, like, remember, this is before everybody comes. I said, with U Channel days, I was glad. And I said this, me, like, Judge will tell you this. When them lot started coming, PDC started coming, North Star came, PDC, SMS, they will all tell you who the first nigga in the game was to pick up his phone and phone them. They will tell you. It was man. That was the, yes, man, let's shoot people on a rap. This is cool. Like, I know, but I was glad they was here now.
He said there's a couple more of us.
Because my mates don't want, they're tired, they don't want to come, and I can't believe they've shot too many people at too many places now. So that period of time was like, I was glad, but then before that, there's certain people, they don't realise, they were moving the mark, and them lot were definitely, like, that period of time we're talking, this is when the mark was getting moved. This is when, like, the A&Rs were getting, maybe, because if U Channel don't come, nothing moves. If U Channel don't come,
We're just there, just doing little gigs here.
we're still, it might not have, but
Might have been something else.
we created a scene prior to that. So I thought when that
57th
came,
Dynasty.
we had a scene that we'd already kind of created, and some of us managed to translate from that scene. I think that's what a lot of people don't know. So when they see U Channel, they think that's the beginning.
That was hot.
People really think this is the beginning.
Yeah.
You know? Trine?
I know.
Mad.
So I was, so when people are, oh, so where's your stuff? I was pre that time.
Mad. People
Pre
think that's-
that time.
But this is why I have gratitude. I'll tell you, and this is why when people say to me, you know, what's the most important thing about what you have? It's the talent. Because without the talent, you don't get to transcend. You don't carry it through. If I wasn't actually still a good rapper, no one will give a fuck about what I did before. So if you done something before and you're not good now, they're gonna forget. So if you manage to have enough of a talent where it can, you know, if I look across the water, I say you got likes of Jada Kiss and the Locks, and they do that. And that's where I take the gratitude. You just got, and as we wrap this up, I'll give the best advice I can give to anybody is look internally and never externally for what you want going forward. Because once you grab what you grab internally, it will last the test of time. That's it.
Amen. Facts on facts. And I think that's a brilliant way to wrap it up, because we're going to end up speaking for another
It is
5
what it is.
hours.
I've realised what we're doing here.
So, bless you. Thank you so much.
That's it.
Stay blessed. So they can find you, Mike GLC, Instagram. Where else?
I've got a TikTok. I've got an Instagram. Yeah, I've got all of them, I think. Facebook, Twitter.
And it's all Mike GLC?
Yeah, it's all
no
Mike GLC.
numbers, no underscore, no
I've got,
nothing?
obviously, but more to the point, I want people to look out for the website that's going to be up. The Dead Streets website is going to be up next month. Products will be ready to port. There's going to be the first collections go up. So really, I just want to kind of, if people can just kind of look out for the products and stuff, that'd be appreciated.
And tap in. And I can't wait for us to go and see some of your work in the gallery. I know you had the virtual gallery, but I would love to be able to go to an exhibition and see your work there.
We're going to be, like I said, next year, I don't know what's going to be necessarily on, but I know that we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing a lot.
Cool. I'm your girl, Honestly Trina, and you know where to find me, Honestly Trina, across all platforms. Every fortnight, midday on a Sunday. Sometimes I go weekly. I think I'm doing RTM stuff. But anyway, stay blessed as always. If you want to get any behind the scenes content or anything like that, join my membership. Thank you. Stay blessed.
Love.
Bye.